Feeling that sneeze. Oh no. Nah. That's a great way to. Okay, we're live. That's a great way to start. Sneezing my way through that. My god. Damn. Just damn. Okay. Talking about me, SC's MC, dude. I am already done with this bullshit with the heat, dude. I'm done. Fuck this shit. If I iced and try to make a wedding at Swamp Cooper. Fuck me. Okay, I'm officially not totally wind down yet. But a wind down? Oh wait, it's a redneck swamp cooler. Well, hey, you know that it works. Apartment was 9 to 5 when you left today. Oh my god, ew. Fuck that. Man, that really is some balmy ass seas, dude. Oh, goddamn. There we go. Some music for the background. FC fans running full blast overnight. Hope it gets down to 80, so at least have a fight chance to keep it below 100. Hopefully. Because, dude, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I would genuinely, at that point, just out of the detriment of any progress I would need to do, just, be at a friend's house that has AC and just hang out there all day. Because there'd be no way, dude. I mean, honestly, if, it gets so bad to the point where it's, it actually, our AC can't necessarily keep up, then I might just, sit right by one of the fan vents, or or at least, try to re-orchestrate my room around so the vent next to me is, that's normally under my bed right now, it could be changed into something where it's not. Hope they remove the equipment Monday, who knows, so my ceiling is also gonna need repairs later. Oh my god. All because of a fucking leak. Oof. Fuck! That's cold, but feels so good. Oh. Oh my god. Before I crack a cold one, I'm using the cold one to cool me down. And oh my god, it's shocking, but very fucking good. Alright, let's move back up here. Right here on next. Ooh, this this is good. I like that. I'm not going to sleep Sunday, instead switch to a day schedule so that I can sleep when it's cool. I'm gonna get hella beer Sunday morning. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. I wish my fucking schedule wasn't all kind of jinked out right now. But at least for this week, it's just because of my birthday weekend. Which I know that you're going to be off, or you're going to be working, I mean. So that's why at least, when you're off, then I can at least try to get off early and maybe hit up like the bars on my side of town or some shit like that, and we at least, you know, we can all like, you know, or whoever's available that night can all like come by and kick it and shit. See if I can get, you know, a couple people to come by for Wednesday and shit. I mean, honestly, this birthday, like, you know, for, you know, I'm not like looking to go like hardcore, do crazy shit, you know. I'm just looking to kind of spend some time with the folks and with the boys, basically. Like, Thursday, I'm going to be spending time with one of my family friends, and, because, their birthday is on the 17th. So, I was going to go out to dinner with my mom and her, on the 17th, and then just, like, go shroom out and hang out at the river, and then go to the bars on Wednesday night. And then on, Saturday, then do that a little bit after work. Think Saturday with my team? Hell yeah. See? Already got one. I'm thinking either Wichita or Duffy's works perfectly fine, because, you know, they got karaoke those nights, so we could get some karaoke on. Though I'll admit, Wichita's got at least better food options. I haven't tried any of the food at Duffy's, so I don't know what their, like, food's like. Harley says it's not good, so I don't know. I imagine they would have just basic-ass stuff, like, yeah, fries and, like, pizzas or something. Because I know at Dante's, they got, like, that little pizza place that's basically just, like, the stuff used to even have food. Apparently, not really much. Just literally, like, basic, simple pub food, is, from what I understand. I mean, so... I don't know, I mean, I've only been there, like, a few times. I haven't, like, and the only time I ever have was just do karaoke and have a couple drinks, and that's it. Like, I never really have, like, been there enough to really know if they do or not, or, you know, all that shit. I mean, they seem like they have, like, at least a space for, like, a tiny kitchen, you know, not for, like, any, like, not to make, like, bar burgers or, you know, stuff like that, or, like, a fryer or anything necessarily, but... I imagine, like, a little toaster oven to, like, you know, toast up some tots, fries, or, you know, some stuff like that, or, like, onion rings, a little pizza or something. You know, just a little basic pub food, basically. Because I know even, Wichita, like, you know, even when their kitchen's, like, technically closed up, they still kind of leave, like, their toaster oven on, you know, so you could have tots or fries and onion rings and stuff like that. You know, so they have, like, an air fryer / toaster oven that, you know, they use. So while, like, the rest of the, you know, while the rest of the, you know, kitchen's all closed up, they still at least have an ability to serve food a little bit. That, just at least enough to where, you know, they can also focus on cleaning everything else up, too. This says they only serve food until 7? Okay, so I guess they do serve food, but just not at night. Beer cheese pretzels, though? Beer cheese pretzels? Alright, that actually don't sound bad. WSPDX. Oh, okay, cool. Well, hey, right on. I honestly wasn't aware that they, you know, had some stuff going on, and, you know, that beer cheese pretzels don't sound bad. Yeah. Tater tots, fries, chips, salsa, mozzarella, poppers. Yeah, basically exactly what I would expect. Irish nachos. Crunchy tater tots covered in cheese sauce, bacon, green onions, and sour cream. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that sounded a little fire. Hummus plate, stew salads with some crispy chicken stuff. They got some soup. Different selections of soups, but they just say that, you know, they only have, like, you know, soup a day type of thing. Though I kind of like that. Sometimes it'd be a little mystery. And, ooh, they do have burgers and shit. So they do actually have a full kitchen set up. And I guess you could order food ahead of time. So if you showed up at the bar, like, you know, or at least you plan on it, and you're like, oh, shit. It's like 6:30. I want to make sure I can get some food by the time I get there. You know, here, let me, pre-order that bitch. That's pretty nice. That's pretty... I like that. I honestly didn't expect them to have, like, more of a full menu like that, so... You know, I was kind of surprised when I started seeing, like, burgers and sandwiches. I was like, oh. But hey, hell yeah. I guess just because the building looks small. Because Because on the outside, I mean, the building does really not look that big. It really doesn't look big, but once you actually like are inside, I mean, you kind of realize it is actually a little bigger than you realize, than it really is. Honestly, it seems like they might have like a downstairs level. That might be it. They got a basement. I bet that's where, you know, that's where like storage and some of the kitchen is and stuff. I bet that's what it is. They got that shit below. It's like a Kelly's, because they got like some shit down below, because I've seen at their little bar, like they have like this little grate that they'll open, they'll have like open occasionally, and bar backs are fucking bar backing up and down that, you know, getting kegs and different shit like that, putting stuff in there. So I bet it's something like that. I bet the kitchen isn't like totally in there, but I mean, I imagine like a lot of various different things are probably under that they need. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'd be surprised, honestly, how like what a tiny little bar can like fit, you know, in a building. Damn, did like some fruit flies like spawn, like, cause there's like more of them than usual in here tonight. Not enough to drive me nuts, but enough to kind of be annoying. Kinky truck. Does this count? I think we've seen this before. Hey, left wing, pull the dick out of your ass and put it in my fucking mouth. I'm pretty sure we've seen this before. Like, unless this is genuinely something that is on more than one truck. But I am I'm pretty sure I've seen that before, reacted to that. It's like, damn, I didn't realize that, you know, we had like a conservative fucking twink boy over here. I want that black dick that's in your ass, you damn commie, right in my mouth. Put it in my mouth, damn it. And also, it's like, he's like, what I find funny is like, say, hey, left wing, get the dick out of y'all's asses. So wait, who's putting the dick in their ass, and why do you want it in your mouth? So who's giving them the dick? Like, that's the ultimate question. Who's dipping their wick in all this? Because the meme never specifies. Like, that bumper does not specify who's dipping their wick, you know what I mean? It just says, hey, left wing, put the dick out of your ass and put it in my fucking mouth. Like, what dick? Like, whose dick? Like, is it the deep state dick? Is it commie dick? Is it a Jewish dick? Like, what dick are we talking about here? You know what? It's the Jewish space laser dick. That's what it is. The one that starts the California wildfires. I like how, like, that was just glanced off as a conspiracy for, like, a second and then just never was again. Because everyone just recognized that Marjorie Taylor Greene is just that much of a fucking moron. It's like, my god. Oof. Because you would think, honestly, that, especially with the right, that conspiracy would at least stick a little bit, at least with the Nazis. But even with them, it didn't stick, because, like, especially now that at least some of them are kind of, you know, playing on to the eco-fascism side of things, like, you think they would kind of, like, egg it on a little. Chains of Marjorie. Chains of Marjorie. I mean, it's like, I mean, because, you know, like, I mean, when you get, like, especially these weird Nazi, like, white supremacist type of people, like, they're always about how, like, the Jews run everything, and apparently are, like, the masterminds of literally everything. So if that's the case, then hypothetically they would have, like, space satellite weapons and stuff like that. So it's like, you would think they would play on to this whole Jewish space laser thing or something. Be like, yeah, see, Marjorie's onto something. Being in the government, she has inside knowledge. You think that they would have something, but no. Like, it was too stupid, and so stupid that it was just like, no. Yeah, we might be Nazis and hate the Jews, but at least in this situation, you're too much of a cuckoo bitch. Too much of a cuckoo bitch, Marjorie. Nein. Hey, Bobby. Good little dog. What type of meme is this? It's okay to lie to someone. Is this Tobey Maguire? It's okay to lie to someone to someone new who's constantly asking you too many personal questions? Yeah, I can. It depends on the questions, to be frank, but yeah. If it's like, hey, what's your blood type? Hey, where do you live? Hey, what's your income? Or what, like, you just getting, like, out of nowhere, start getting a little too personal. Yeah, I could totally see that. But, like, hey, what's your favorite movie, bro? Or something like that. I mean, that just seems redundant. I mean, it's like, I don't think, necessarily normalize the idea of, like, yeah, let me just lie about myself, to this new person I met. It's like, I don't know if that's, like, a good idea. I mean, sure, if they're being a little too personal, maybe even being, a little, pushy or creepy or something like that, I mean, for sure, but, like, just for any person, it just seems weird. Do you have to be so loud with that? Goof. Jeez, there's still like a shitload of news about these Maui fires that have been happening. I just scroll for the top news just on YouTube just alone, and it's basically just mostly a lot about that, and then this is curious. I've actually had funny enough talked about the sport. It burnt down an entire town. Yeah, Laniani. Yeah, like, it fucking burnt that historic town that had also, like, a lot of historical artifacts and cultural pieces, stuff like that. Just all, like, half that island is burnt to the ground, dude. Like, it burnt down half the fucking island on time. Yeah, absolutely butchered the name. I'm not gonna be able to remember the name right off the top of my head, okay? Like, whatever. But yeah, like, at least for Maui, like, it literally burnt, like, pretty much most of the island to the fucking, like lava rocks below it, basically. Just burnt burnt everything to ash and lava rock, basically. Like, I mean, it got fucked. And the headline, at least, I was looking at, said it was the death toll went, like, when I first heard about it, like, when it was basically just, like, at the peak of it all, it was, like, 6. And then that shit rose to 60, and then it rose to 80, and now it's at 89. Lahaina? Okay, Lahaina. Alright. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, it's, to be fair, I never heard about that town up until these fires, so, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, get it right off the bat. At least I try. You know, I'll grant that. At least I try, you know, in earnest and ain't trying to, like, just be like, whatever, fuck you, you know, so... At least I'll grant that. Like, I ain't just butchering it for butcher's sake. I've been there, it was a cool town. Dude, the fact that I have to say it was a cool town is just fucked, bro. Yeah, it was a cool town. When it existed. It's like, fuck, man. And I've always wanted to go to Maui, and now, like, half of it's gone. It's like, fuck, dude. And you know, and it's like, I would have loved to at least, you know, like, you know, visit the island and stuff. And all, I mean, I still want to visit Hawaii, but... Well, it was completely destroyed. What, like, the entire island, or just the town itself? Because I know the town itself is utterly destroyed. Like, there's nothing left. They had cool breweries also. Oh, they had some breweries there, dude. That's fucked. The town. Alright. Well, I mean, how much did the island itself get burnt to the ground? Because, I mean, from what I saw from, like, aerial footage and pictures and stuff, it looked like pretty much, like, a good chunk, like, a half of the fucking island basically was burnt. Like, I mean... outside of, like, you know, one half of the island that really didn't get hit from this, you know, like, like, what did get hit got hit hard. There were some world fires, but most of the island's fine. Oh, most of the island's fine? Okay. Yeah, well, that's good. That's at least reassuring, but, I mean, the fact that, like, this wildfire just hit out of nowhere, and just, like, hit hard and quick, and was just so destructive. That shit was just insane, honestly. I'm guessing just because of the humidity and the moisture in the air, that probably helped at least kind of contain a lot of that, you know, fire, so it didn't spread so much. But, you know, what it did catch, it caught good. I mean, because, fuck, man. It looked like... I mean, it looked like that town got hit with, like, a fucking napalm strike when it got, like, when it hit. Like, I mean, it looked like, you know, some fucking F4s in Nam or some shit, just, like napalm the fucking, like, outer city area Hanoi or some shit. And then it was starting to just, like, just engulf everything. It looked fucking, like, warlike. It was like some Warzone shit. I was like, the fuck, dude? It's like, how in the hell? It didn't look like just, like, some Hellfire shit. It literally looked like some, like, Warzone Hellfire shit. I was like, Jesus. Is this what, like, you know, Firestorm looks like in a city? Because, I mean, fuck. The winds are moving southwest, so I think it drove the fire towards, Lahaina, or Lahaina, wait, okay, hold on. Lahaina, instead of the rest of the island. Well, yeah. I think, like I said, I think that's probably the reason why it basically looked like a napalm strike. On top of that, it also, like, you know, just hit so hard. Because yeah, it basically just condensed all those flames into just kind of one little area. Which, I mean, was kind of like, you know, a little... the northeast island gets a fuck ton of rain, so it's not fast. So yeah, because of a lot of moisture and shit, which I kind of figured. That's why I kind of presumed at least, like, half the island, you know, at least had to been hit. You know, because I know at least, you know, from what I understand, like, one half... I didn't know what specifics, but I knew at least one half the island got predominantly more rain in comparison to the other half, just because of the geography of the region. But there's a fire north Kihei, but Kihei. I butchered that. I know. They'll get at me over it. I mean, but I think that one's mostly contained. Okay, well that's good at least. Well, at least now that, you know, like, everyone's obviously very well aware of it. Everyone's, you know, really hyper. No, you actually got it perfect the second try. Oh, okay. Kai. Yeah, I mean, hey, at least, hey, see, like I said, I might butcher it, but hey, at least I'm trying. At least there's that. second one. Kihei. You got it, then lost it? Oh my god. Well, see? Like, I'm not good with these, alright? I'm not good, like... I mean, look, Kihei, yes. Okay, Kihei. Okay. There we go. I think I got it in my head. Also, I think technically Hawaii is supposed to be Hawaii. You know, from what I understand. The way you just said it was right. Well, okay. But either way, like, at least when it comes to pronunciations, I will admit, like, when it comes to, like, indigenous pronunciations, whether it's, like, the Americas or Polynesian, etc., like, I will admit that's the shit that really hits me the hardest. Like, when it comes to pronouncing shit. Like, so, I mean, I will admit, like, that's the stuff that hits me the hardest. But, I mean, it's not the only shit, like, French can kind of, you know, fuck with me a little bit. Like some of the different, like, African languages, like, kind of like, fucking, you know, like, Nigerian, Uganda, stuff like that. I mean, they could be a little tricky, but they're more easier because they're, I mean, more so just for general pronunciation, but, like, trying to at least, like, yeah, it's more or less trying to figure out the names and stuff like that, and, you know, tying it all together more so than the pronunciation of, like, you know, a word or a letter or phrasing itself or something like that. For Hawaiian names, for one of the shorter names are easier for me. The long names are always kick my ass. Yeah. Oh, another one that really kind of kicks my ass a little bit is, like, some of the more longer words or names when it comes to, like, German or Scandinavian. Like, I can handle it, you know, when it's more shorter bursts, but if it's, like, longer words or just, like, a longer phrase, sentence stuff, that's where I kind of start getting, like, it doesn't really work out as well. Oh, there he is. Sleep boy. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. That felt good. Let's see what things are on the tube here. Well, let's show you. Well, I've talked about this before, actually. Camp Pendleton Marine charged with sexual assault after... What's the rest of it say? Yeah. What the... Goddamn. What's the rest of it say? Yeah, I'll just have to click it here. Yeah. After... Oh my... Oh. I found the full title. It's worse than I thought. Camp Pendleton Marine charged with sexual assault, which, why only that? After a 14-year-old girl was found in his barracks. Well, yeah, I mean, one, it shouldn't just be sexual assault. There should probably be, like, some child abuse going on with that as well. But, I've actually, funny enough, have talked about this before, about Camp Pendleton. Because, that place is, like, at least, if you talk to anyone, it might be, like, a service member or, like, a vet, you know, that has, like... Wait, no cover up for that one? Well, I think because if you have a random 14-year-old in your barracks, that's kind of hard to cover up. The thing is, though, I've talked about Camp Pendleton before, and Camp Pendleton does cover up a fuckload of shit. Like, Camp Pendleton is known for having a very high suicide rate, high sexual abuse and rape rate as well, like, especially with female soldiers. Like, it's a very notorious place for being pretty fucking brutal. And, like, people that, you know, say, hey, you're stationed here at Pendleton, like, they fucking hate it. Like, no one, like, it's always, like, known as a very shitty place to be. And, that's, I think, especially a very goddamn good grade A example as to why. And, I mean, there's also been cases just outside of Camp Pendleton where there's been soldiers who have been found just dead randomly, and it's obviously safe to assume they've killed themselves because of the, treatment and the brutality and just abuse that's very fucking rampant at that place. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I mean, that ain't the only time you'll ever hear about Camp Pendleton, especially when it comes to cases like that. I mean, I don't know how often, having a 14-year-old found at a fucking barracks, is for that, but, I mean, if it comes to, like, suicide, sexual assault, stuff like that, I guarantee you there's, articles off and on throughout the years about that place specifically. I mean, because I've, like I've said, I've heard multiple stories and like to kind of peruse some different, like, veteran/military channels sometimes. And one thing that overlaps a lot is, whenever Camp Pendleton is named or mentioned at all, it's never positive. At all. Never. The only positive thing that you get out of that is you fucking leave and you're stationed somewhere else. Is when the positive thing is leaving. The only place, by the way, another notorious name is Fort Hood. Ironically, it's known as the Hood Fort. Because it's, well, kind of ghetto for a base. It's known for a lot of, various scrupulous activity, too. Maybe not so much when it comes to, like, sexual abuse and shit, from what I understand, but with other problems. Like gang activity and stuff like that, which is honestly, like, not really uncommon in the military either. There's, funny enough, been, like, MS-13 / like, Crips Bloods, like, Vinny's 13, like, these various different gangs that would, be predominantly in, like, the U.S., like, in L.A. or, whatever the fuck, and will have their gang signs found in random places like in Iraq and Afghanistan. Only way that could be is if they're in the military and probably using that as a way to potentially get drugs smuggled or even weapons. So it's just like, it's funny enough, or not really funny, but I mean, that's kind of a genuine thing that also can be, not super rampant, but is not really uncommon. Because, of course, like a lot of kids who are in gangs, of course, they're going to use that as a way to try to maybe find some extra stability in their life and maybe try to use that as a way to get out. But they can't actually, like, get out of the gang necessarily, so, they just kind of still, like, more, maybe they're just kind of, naturally affiliated just because of, like, being brought up by them, because of their neighborhood or whatever the fuck. And, just kind of, like, imitate that, where they go. Including if they happen to be in Afghanistan or some shit. It also just kind of shows, like, how abusive and kind of fucked our military can kind of be. Not really just for the corporate, like, war profiteering side of things, but also when it comes to kind of, like, the whole chain of it all. Like, I mean, there's all sorts of things that just like the regular soldier, when it comes to that shit, just gets fucked, immensely. When it comes to, like, barracks conditions, like, it's another thing that I hear about a lot, like, even from, like, YouTube comment sections from different vets or active members, is that, like, or people that are literally, like, in training and shit, like, our barracks are, like, I was kind of shocked to realize that it's kind of moldy and gross and, ugh, and all this other shit, and I'm just like, wait, a moldy barracks room? And that's just fine? Huh? And, it's just like, that's not good for, like, your health at all. And I wonder why they, there's also the meme of, like, hey, your injuries are not service-related, because if you have, like, some sort of, like, lung infection, well, it was service-related, it wasn't because of the mold of the barracks. It wasn't because of that. Or, hey, your back's still fucked up because you're, like, had 100+ pound rucksack on your back for, like, multi-hour, multi-day fucking, rucks and shit. That's not service-related. There's also that, too. And infamously, you know, like different contractors like Halliburton and shit, like upcharging the fuck out of things like Coke and stuff at like FOBs when we did send people overseas. Like $3 Coke cans that are like this for like, you know, those little 12-pack of Cokes and shit. You know, and just crazy shit like that. And also, there's another thing that's just honestly pretty common in the military throughout its history, sadly, is the government not paying its soldiers. Like, you know, the government's honestly has been pretty notorious about either underpaying or, you know, trying to jip or just not pay, you know, their troops and shit, not make sure they get the proper fucking salary and their pay. Like, that's another fucking thing where sometimes, you know, I've heard stories where some soldiers, some vets, you know, getting out of service, you know, or like while in service, or having to like legit try to fight for their pay because like, hey, I'm supposed to get my paycheck and shit. How am I supposed to afford all this equipment you want me to buy? Which is another thing. Some shit they want you to buy. Like, you know, you have to somehow conjure yourself. Which, you know, if you don't really have much money, because you're probably going there to, you know, maybe have a more stable income and stuff like that, a little hard to do that. So it's just like, I mean, it's a fucking rope-a-dope in a way. Like, a military in a lot of ways is kind of fucked, you know, not necessarily just from that war profiteering aspect of things, but just how we treat, you know, people, like, when it comes to, you know, top down, because it genuinely is, it reminds me how a lot of, like, a corporate structure in a way. Like, I mean, a lot of things that I've heard, like, soldiers describe just sounds like a very militarized version of a corporate, like, worker-boss structure. Like, I mean, honestly, again, just more militarized. And thus, way more authoritarian. You know, but it's just like, it's just like, fuck. I mean, man. I mean, I feel like there's, you know, a possibility to, like, kind of radicalize, you know, different, you know, people into service, you know, when it comes to shit like that. At least when it comes to their idea of labor. Because, I mean, you know, just because soldier doesn't necessarily mean you're not a laborer. I mean, like, there's Army Corps engineers. I mean, half the time, you know, when you're, like, you know, like, doing a mission, you're not actually out there with your fucking rifle shooting shit. You're, like, digging a foxhole. You're, like, building something or some shit. Like, I mean, it's not, or you're just sitting around doing nothing. You show up early to places, sit on your ass and do nothing for a long time, and then move somewhere else, you know, way too early than you really need to, and then just sit there forever. Like, there's a lot of moving around and waiting. So it's just like, that could be put to fucking use, doing actual valuable things. You know, especially domestically. When I talked about the idea of, like, this whole Reconstruction thing, I mean, mostly just because of the, you know, rise of fascist bullshit. But at least especially when it comes to, like, domestic policy. And it could easily, you know, like, be done where, like, you know, elements of the military can easily be incorporated into, you know, helping revitalize different infrastructure. I mean, if they're not really doing much, I mean, they're basically just sitting or stationed at base or deployed at, like, some random base and just sitting on their ass and send them back home and let's get them to work doing shit. You know, at least help, you know, be a part of that process. I mean, military doesn't necessarily have to be all guns and glory and shit. Walmart, Texas be like, only in America. This is the most American grocery store aisle I've ever seen in my life. Beer, pizza, potatoes, guns, Bibles, sweatpants. You know, that is pretty much like the most quintessential part of an American wine mom diet. That's a quintessential white suburbanite mom package right there. And also, why is there an aisle literally just for potatoes? In the same aisle with guns, Bibles, and sweatpants. And beer. Why is this all like... Please tell me this is just Photoshop. Please tell me that's fucking Photoshop. Back to the grind. Oh. Damn you and your work. walk out. Be the first one to start the walk out of your workplace. And that dog is like knocked the fuck out. I wonder about that doggo sometimes. Just being the ridiculous little dork that he is. You know, I figured you would have more energy and something here, bro. For a dog that has like a lot of breeds that are very known to be energetic and shit, you are like the least energetic dog, dude. Like, my god. Le goodness, le fucking gracious. Oh, this fucking itching on my leg. Boo. It's a fucking skeeter bite. Ugh. Man, that's bullshit. Ugh. Just gonna try to use flames to attempt to fuck with that shit. Kind of stop the itch. Oh, that helped. Nice. Why is this so common now? What in the fuck? What's going on here? Got a little Charlie video they uploaded not even that long ago. That's surprising.
You know that wild feeling
I'm curious.
where you take notice of something,
Let's go on with this.
seeing it everywhere soon after? For example, you're driving around on the road and your little peepers catch a glimpse of a unique blue car and you're like, man, that's a really interesting color for a car. I don't see that very often anymore. And then you'll drive like a block up the road and then all of a sudden there's like 8 blue cars that come out of nowhere, it seems, and it's like, damn, now I'm trapped in an alternate dimension where there's only blue cars. How did this happen? I just saw one for the first time in a long time a block ago. There's actually a word for that. It's called the frequency illusion, or the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. I think that's how you pronounce it. I may have absolutely butchered it. I couldn't tell you. But basically what it is a cognitive bias where when you notice something for the first time, you start to notice it a lot thereafter. It kind of...
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a confirmation bias thing. That's kind of interesting. I never heard about that. I mean, I guess I have, but just not actually defined like that. Like like basically kind of like a frequency illusion. You know, because because I've noticed this myself, even with myself, where it's like, there's this thing here. There's also a lot of these things. Wait, why the fuck are all these things here? It's just like all the same thing. Like, I mean, I know what he's talking about.
Puts that in your noodle and you become more perceptive and aware of it, and it makes it seem like all of a sudden it's more common than it is.
Isn't this kind of like how a lot of weird right-wing nutbags, think, in a way? Like, they perceive the idea that they see, like, crazy, like, well, I guess, yeah, in a way. Like, they take, crazy woke lip out of context, and then they'll, like, basically see that everywhere because of the whole frequency illusion shit. Where they're just like, oi, it's like, I saw this crazy, woke trans person, and now I see it everywhere. I mean, you know, I wonder if honestly a lot of like their insanity about that really can be kind of, you know, rooted in that a little bit. Oh wait, there's an update about our kitty. How's Binks? How's little Binks doing? He was making biscuits this morning. Oh, doing some biscuits. Oh, being a little sweet kitty. What's some other updates? Any other updates? Wait, Lamau? Sapotha? Okay, well, whatever. Don't know. Wait, let's see more. Yeah, okay, there's that. Makes soon better. He was barely moving yesterday. Today, jumped out of bed and was playing movie more. Oh, it's my mouse. It is. Oof. Let me find some. Okay. Why is this promoted? Oh, ugh. PragerU is literally being promoted. Gross. I think it's this one. Okay. So, yeah. Well, looks like Kitty's at least doing better. The fuck is this for a header? The fuck is going on there? Is that Vash's wet dream?
Remember the first time I remember this happening to me? I was playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I saw a really rare vehicle that I don't think I'd ever seen before. So I did everything in my power to acquire it, and I finally do through blood, sweat, tears, elbow grease, and my little child brain was blown by how cool I felt with this new vehicle. And then as I'm driving away, there's like 8 more of those bitches driving in the opposite direction, and I was stunned. Now, maybe it was a game mechanic I never even bothered to check, but I think more likely than not, it was just an example of this frequency illusion. Point is, the reason I'm mentioning this, I just made a video covering that forklift ATM heist from like 2 days ago, and now, all of a sudden, I've been inundated with stories that are popping up about, like, heavy machinery robberies, and I feel like this just has to be another example of the frequency illusion, because there's no way that this is a very common crime. There is no way that there's some kind of mind plague that's infecting people's brains, making them believe that stealing excavators, forklifts, front-end loaders, garbage trucks, in order to commit crimes with them is a good idea that will somehow work. Like,
I guess, apparently, to a certain extent, I guess, you know, I mean, the whole idea is like, hey, if I can't use cunning, just smash my way through with a big fuck you object. I mean, what is better than an excavator to do such a thing? I don't know.
No way that it's that common. It has to be, I'm more perceptive of it now. But to argue against myself, I don't think there ever would have been a time where my eyes would just glaze past a headline that talks about a guy stealing a front-end loader and stealing motorcycles with a fucking front-end loader.
What?
Like, I feel like I would have always been aware of that. So maybe this is just becoming, like, the new crime meta. Just stealing, like, machinery you'd find at some kind of mining operation and using that to commit crime across the city with. I don't know. But this shit is wacky. Let me go ahead and show you this front-end loader robbery and subsequent low-speed pursuit.
This is Pursuit?
This is actually some wild work out of GTA right now.
What, is our world literally just becoming GTA?
I feel like you could have accomplished the same thing with just a brick.
Wait, why is it getting out? Why would you get out? What are you doing? Why? Oh, you got a bunch of chains? Okay, what are you doing?
It's probably a lot more difficult to find this vehicle than it would be to just find, like, a big rock.
There's cars passing by while he's doing, like, what, you don't think someone's gonna be like, the fuck is going on? Maybe I should call the cops. Like...
Oh, wait.
He's literally dangling those bitches. Oh my, like... Oh my god.
See what the plan was. Wait, this guy's galaxy brain. This is an incredible scheme.
He just drives away with them, just dangling. Oh my god, what the fuck?
He got the Christmas presents. I mean, he's kind of...
Oh my god, the dash cam has been getting pursued.
On the way home.
Oh my lord, what was your plan, buddy? Like, what, were you gonna drop those off at a, like, designated location and, like, have a buddy pick them up or something? Like, what the fuck was the idea here? Drop them off while you're...
the package.
He is not stopping. He is not stopping.
I was legitimately stunned by the depth of this plan having more layers to it than just take big vehicle, crash into building, and then go in and take the goodies and call it a night. This guy pre-planned this for what I imagine must have been months. He not only found a front-end loader that was prime for the pickin', but then he also went into the building with ratchet straps, I guess, and put them together as if it was like fucking grapes on a vine, and then had the perfect attachment for the front end loader, the hook, in order to actually carry away the bikes on it.
How much I want to bet maybe this guy, like, knew a buddy that was in construction and just like, hey, how much money you want me to give you, as a cut or something like that. Well, he did get 2 of those bikes. Maybe it's like, hey, if I give you one of these bikes, man, I'm gonna, like, kind of like, try to scalp off here, bro. Like, would you let me have, like, that excavator, bro? Yeah, I know it's pretty risky, man, but it's like, think it'd be cool, bro. Dude, I bet, like, he got 2 of them so he can get his buddy who works in construction 1 too for free as, like, compensation for taking his.
There was a lot more than I would have expected here. Like, Jesus Christ, I was half expecting the front end loader to turn into a goddamn Decepticon committing the crime. This was a shocking revelation. And, of course, the subsequent chase afterwards is where everything went tits up. He clearly only planned the first part and not the second part. I don't know how he thought he could make some kind of inconspicuous getaway with a fucking rogue front-end loader with 2 motorbikes dangling off of it like truck nuts. Like, there was no world where that wouldn't tip off the authorities. And this is not exactly the optimal getaway vehicle, so you can see the vehicle's not really zooming around too quickly, and the bikes are banging against each other.
Well, he could just, like, crush the cop cars. He could just, like, back into them and just, like, crush their front ends or something. I mean, he might not be able to get away by speeding off, but he could get away by crushing the cop cars or something. I don't know.
With the officer telling him to put it down like it's a child who's got a cookie he wasn't supposed to have.
Hey, put your motorcycles down! Those are not yours! Put it down! Bad!
Or eating his vegetables. Like, brother, this man stole a front-end loader. You think he's just going to give up that easily? No. He is committed to this for the long haul. Oh, he already dropped them, but oh boy.
Oh yeah, he dropped it. Oh no, there's the other one. Oh goodness gracious. Oh shit. Whoa, dude, this thing has actually got some speed, honestly. What, dude, it's going fast, like shit's falling off of it. There's the bikes. Oh no.
Oh boy.
And then, like, I think the hook also fell off. Look at that.
This vehicle's not fast.
Dude, but that thing is, like, going, dude. Look at that. Dude, that thing's fucking going.
Battering ram. Oh, God. I don't know how he gets out of this one. Unless his friend stole a helicopter and then gets, like, a giant magnet to airlift him up.
Giant magnet.
I don't think
a helicopter lifting that
actually gets out of
Let's see, he has, like, a Chinook.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, I thought he was about to flip it.
He's ripping some gnarly maneuvers. This is a very interesting chase. We left.
This is really, like, odd. Oh my god! He's they're on the rail tracks.
Officers on the tracks, too. Wait, this officer action here is about it.
Dude, they're on light rail tracks, dude. This is a light rail, like... That's like a station for some light rail, or like an actual train station or something, dude.
Officers on the tracks, too. Wait, this officer action here is about it.
Where was this? Pleasant, wait, so where was this?
This man's like, it's finally my chance. I didn't think I'd ever get to do this.
Oh my god.
To pull him over in like an equally strong front loader. Fight fire with fire.
Damn right.
In the bush. Got all his clothing in the creek.
Oh boy.
Wait, you abandoned it?
Foot now. He's naked.
Hands in the air now! Good boy, mate, good boy!
Don't stick a dog on him.
He tried to throw off the dog's scent by getting nude. That was a pretty cool chase.
That was a very odd chase indeed, to be frank. Not often you see a excavator, being chased around like that. And frankly, I did not think it would have some speed like it did earlier. I was actually kind of impressed by that. Those fuckers got some... That actually is kind of scary to think about. Like, imagine one of those fuckers going 30 miles an hour just, like, creaming down the road. Like, fuck. Like, to get out of the way of that. Like, Jesus.
Should have found should have found a skunk and got sprayed. Your brain is huge. That's such a good idea.
Oh, that would be, because that would totally throw off the fucking scent of any dog trying to hunt you down or something. Dude. I mean, you would have to deal with the smell of a skunk scent on you, but you know what? It's the price you have to pay to get away from crime, dude. I mean, if you're that committed for stealing the excavator so you can steal fucking bikes and then that just all bailed and it was all lost, but you don't want it to be a total loss and get caught, then, you know, you gotta skunk yourself up a little bit. You gotta get all musky.
If he
price you gotta pay.
subjected himself to the skunk smell. But then he still would have needed to find a really good hiding place where they wouldn't find him.
That is true. He would just have to keep running for a while until he found like a nice little hidey hole and just like hide there for like hours on end.
Instead of throwing your clothes away, just dress up as a deer.
Yeah, just find like a local furry con, like a little furry meetup, and steal a fursuit while you're at it. Steal a deer fursuit and just pretend you're a fucking deer or something.
If you're gonna try and disguise yourself, I think you actually have a better chance of disguising yourself as a cop. Like, imagine he gets out of the front loader.
How would it do that? What, he just like chloroforms a cop, takes his uniform, and just like, alright guys, couldn't find him.
Runs into the forest and he has like a cop uniform waiting for him, complete with like flashlight and everything and service pistol, and he's like just looking around, talking with the boys. Like, you'd probably get further with that approach.
I feel like they would start getting suspicious at a certain point. Like, he couldn't be there for long.
Caught him, but this man was operating on like demon mode here. He hatched a nefarious plot with the front end loader, and he tried to see it through, but he didn't quite have what it takes. I still can't believe that he had the chutzpah to steal a front end loader, get the proper like hook attachment for it, get the ratchet straps, and set up the motorbikes in a way that they can be lifted out.
I think the reason why is because maybe he has a buddy in construction, or maybe at least knew someone from construction, at least enough to maybe like, you know, kind of figure out their schedule, or at least, you know, maybe, you know, have an in, so to speak, to maybe take that excavator or some shit. Like, I mean, you know, like, I don't know, like, I feel like, you know, there had to at least, like, I don't feel like, you know, just any motherfucker could just steal that shit, you know what I mean? Like, because I've been at some construction sites, frankly, when I probably shouldn't be at them, and, like, it's not, like, you can get inside them, but to actually try to, like, hotwire them is, like, I'm sure there is a way to do it, but, like, like, good luck. Unless you exactly know what the fuck you're doing, there ain't really no way that some random, like, just 2-bit, like, you know, like, shoplifter is gonna figure that out. Like, so you have to either have, like, a key, know how to hotwire it, which means knowing how to break off the fucking dashboard thing, you know, to fucking, like, get into the wiring and shit. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that you would have to, like, you know, like, know about, or just have an in or in some way. And usually they're locked anyway, so unless you figure out how to open a damn door and get inside while it's locked, I mean, again, good luck. You'll need the key for it. Unless you just bash your way in. So it's like, I'm thinking the guy had somebody that he knew, or maybe he used to work at a construction site, or something. I don't know. Like, I have a feeling this guy at least had, you know, a buddy. Oh yeah, that's how the cops the question. It's like, hey, what do you think about minorities? I love them. Get on the ground, bitch.
Front end loader and hook. But he didn't plan the most obvious part, which would be, how the fuck do you get away? He had no plan for that. All he did was start just driving down public roads and then was, like, shocked that the cops somehow got on his tail.
At least the last one that we saw that Critical was looking at, like, at least there was, like, multiple people involved of that one. This one was just a one-man army. Like, I mean, you would think he would, like, if he had a buddy, you would think that they would have their pickup or something, so they could just take those bikes and put it all in the pickup and then just abandon everything else there or something. You know, like, he would fucking think, but the guy was just a one-man army about it, which is why I feel like he might have had at least enough, but not enough to be a full accomplice. But maybe try to compensate him by maybe getting a bike, you know, for them, because he had 2 of them, so I'm assuming maybe keep one for himself and then sell the other for extra money. But
I don't understand.
Didn't really think about that one through. Honestly, literally just throwing a few bricks at the goddamn gigantic window and then just running in there with a pickup, like, that literally would have been better. Just taking a pickup truck would have been better.
This is, like, as I mentioned in the very beginning, this feels like it's being more common, with stealing things like excavators and forklifts and all that to commit wild crime. Like, it feels like it's being more common, but again, this could just be an example of the frequency illusion. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, it's always...
Maybe a little both. Maybe it's happening a little more because people are saying, fuck it. You know, like, like, the world's burning, shit's fucked, who cares? Like, going out with a bang, if I'm gonna, do something crazy. Or it could be because, like, maybe it is just more likely he's just seeing those stories, more than, just, it could be algorithmically, too, like, he reads one story, and then because of those cookies, from the website, or the videos YouTube recommended and stuff like that, that thus recommends more of those videos, and more of those type of things, so... I mean, that could be it, too, like the algorithm, for, whatever sites, and, YouTube especially, when it comes to these things, like, it certainly plays with that. Because, especially on YouTube, I notice it. Like, I'll watch one thing, and then I get recommended a shitload of this very similar thing, or pretty much the same thing, from different channels, and, various different videos of, just the same shit. After just one viewer, of, like, one thing. So it is like the frequency illusion, but I think a lot of that is also kind of artificially, done because of algorithms and stuff as well. Because, those algorithms think, hey, you click this once, that means you must like it a lot, so we're recommending a fuckload of it to you. It's like, I mean, it does that a lot. Alright, wait, what tastes like brown sugar? I searched the name to see if anything would come up, and this came first images, these growing on Menlinkara Sapoda. Green tree. Ooh! And they taste like brown sugar? Dude, ooh, those look good. Sweet malty flavor. We call it Zapata or Chiku, and it's fucking delicious. Looks real good. It does look real good. Sapadilla, brown sugar fruit. It's very good. Brown sugar fruit. I love a good bit. Well done, everyone. Oh, what's this? Oh, silver bit. So, idea if we create a fake sword movie called Sapotha. Huh? Okay, is there like a meme that Santi's in on that I am just generally not aware of? There must be like a meme I'm not aware of or something, because I like when I was looking at her homepage initially, there was a lot of that too. Can't say. Well, I'm assuming there must be a meme that I'm just not aware of. I mean, there's also the Skibbity Toilet meme, which I'm still not sure if I really want to get into that meme yet. I've heard multiple people that are into it, and I'm just like, do I even dare? I mean, do we? Like, I still question if we dare or not, and I'm just like, I don't know. Because apparently it's like a episodic thing. It's like a series. Like, it initially started as just like a silly little one-off thing, but eventually, like, people wanted it so much that there actually generally started to become a story behind it. I think. I don't know. You can do this with other flavors. Cheat lemon pie.
A cheat lemon pie from 79. So this pie says it can be finished in 2 seconds, something I think is quite impressive, yet other lovers find it deeply unsatisfying. You can't win them all. Start with a can of sweetened condensed milk. Ooh. Then a whole can of thawed lemonade concentrate. You find these in the freezer.
Thawed lemonade concentrate?
Section because they're frozen. Pour it in. Mix. The acid is thickening. Fold in a tub of Cool Whip. Get it. Woo. Finally, into 2 pre-made graham cracker crusts. Oh yes. To the freezer. Don't worry, I'm not going to speak about my cookbook. No, not me. Good morning. By the way, this cost me $5. In this economy, $2.50 a pie ain't bad. Oh. Look.
I mean, yeah, I want to disagree with that. What we got? What? Yo.
Hey, this is out of the park. It's a frozen pie, but it's silky smooth. Oh. It cheats.
Oh, that's exactly the noise I would expect from, like, yeah, okay, yes. What, condensed milk, the frozen concentrate, and some Cool Whip? Got it. So 3 ingredients, and, you know, and also, yeah, you could do that with other concentrate flavors. So it could be like a cheap strawberry, cheap grape, cheap cherry. Oh, dude. Bro. What if? What if? Fruit punch. Some fruit punch, dude. Like, you just, like, mix in all sorts of different concentrates together. Like, you even it out, and then you, like, you know, while it's frozen, and then let it all, like, thaw, you know, together. Mix it up. You know, make sure all the flavors kind of mixed in a little bit. And then, bloop, and then pop it in there. I don't know, that might be kind of fire. Frozen pina colada. Yes. Dude, that actually is, like, actually good. That I'm actually gonna try that. Because I'm not even gonna lie. That look good. Here. This is something different. What's this? Some sea mustard.
I was 15 at the time, and like most people that age, I was pretty foolish. Recently, I've been watching videos about the deep web, and I became quite curious about the subject. My friend Freddie Gibbs talked about accessing the deep web before, so I decided to give him a call. "Hello?" Freddie said. I replied that it was me, Kevin, from U.S. History, and I was wondering if you wanted to come by and smoke some pot. And perhaps help me figure out the deep web. Freddie, after a brief pause, replied, "I suppose.
I
See that in
suppose.
15 minutes.
Yes.
I hung up the phone and began to download everything I needed. Freddie arrived and we made sure that I set everything
Similar
up.
to Extern, but others are like people will appear outside Perth's house immediately after looking for, like, did they teleport? No, they were just there all along, waiting, plotting, scheming,
And we began what was the most disturbing
executing.
evening of my life. It didn't take long to confirm all the terrible things I heard about the deep web. It truly was a fucked up place. About an hour or so into our journey, we stumbled across a video of a woman. She was next to a plate of hot wings, and above the hot wings was a hand pouring hot sauce all over them.
Damn.
After about 30 seconds of pouring, the woman grabbed one of the wings, and instead of eating it like we expected, she began to rub it on her breast. Freddie, being the king of puns, looked at me and said, "Now that's hot." We high-fived and shared a good laugh, when suddenly a chat box appeared on the screen.
What's so funny?
The chat box said. I looked at Freddie confused, and in the corner of my eye I realized the webcam was on. Not knowing what to do in a situation like that, I decided to tell him what I thought was so funny. I explained that the context of the woman rubbing hot wings on her breast, combined with Freddie saying, "Now that's hot," was a pretty good pun. The chat box then said typing.
You know what I find funny? I find Seinfeld funny. I find clowns funny. But I don't find art funny.
Don't find art funny? Isn't that kind of contradictory?
Freddy was not having this. He hopped.
I ain't having this bullshit. It sounds like a hypocritical son of a bitch, weird postmodernist lib, I tell you what.
Tell this guy to suck that dick and kiss his ass. Freddy then clicked the X button on the chat and said problem solved.
Evidently
Stared
not.
at the computer screen in disbelief. Why was this guy leaving so easy? Freddy told me it was because he was a little bitch and he knew Freddy was a real ass nigga. I didn't believe that explanation at all. But we didn't hear from him again, so Freddy must have been right.
So he thought. That's it. I mean, I figured there had to be a twist. Hey, what? Oh, he's going after a fly. I figured there would be a twist. You little poop. Nope, gets resolved pretty quickly. Yeah, I guess that was a very quickly resolved type of conclusion there. So hey, yeah, actually, it's a surprise with that one. I figured there would have been a twist. Be like, no. I mean, considering the picture, I would have figured, oh no, he's in the basement, waiting to kill both of us. But, I guess not. I guess not. Not like I thought. What, doggo? What, doggo? What's up? You're just staring at me again. It's more chaotic. The Ouija board. The Ouija board.
I'll never forget the night me and
That's
my
quieter.
friends decided to mess around with the Ouija board. We heard all the stories and rumors, but being 13 at the time, we foolishly ignored them and decided to embark on what was the most terrifying night of our lives. My best friend Janet informed us that her older sister had a Ouija board and agreed to let us borrow it in exchange for 1 week's worth of lunch money. So together the 4 of us gathered the necessary funds and planned to meet at my house to see what all the fuss
What would be a
was
week's
about.
worth of lunch money be worth anyway?
Everyone arrived at around 7:30, and we were pretty eager to get things
Always varied
started,
for me.
so we hurried down to the basement and set everything up. Janet was in charge of writing things down, since she had the best handwriting, and it was bestowed upon myself to do the talking. Margaret, Kevin, and myself then placed our fingers on the cursor, and I asked the first question. Is anyone there? After a few moments of waiting, it seemed as if nothing was going to happen. What a crock.
Because that's usually how it tends to be.
I spent a week's worth of lunch money on this bullshit.
Until
Oh, shut up, you fat fuck, Margaret quipped. The two then started bickering as brother and sister usually do. And while doing so, the cursor began to rapidly slide all over the board. Are you getting all of this, Janet? I said. You bet your sweet ass I am, she replied. Janet then began to read aloud what she had written down. Yo, who this? I told the ghost our names and asked if I could know who I was speaking to.
I like how the ghost is just like, yo, who this, bruh? What's up?
After another brief pause, the cursor started to slide across the board. Janet again started reading. My name is Theodore Earl Thompson, but the homies call me Teddy. Anyways, what y'all niggas want? I told Teddy that we didn't believe in the paranormal, and we were just looking for some proof that ghosts were real. After another long pause, the cursor started moving, and again Janet started writing. After she finished, a somewhat distressed look came across her face. What is it, Janet? Margaret asked. He seems angry. She then started reading what Teddy said to us. Y'all niggas really hitting my line to see if ghost is real. White people, I swear to God. Okay.
White people, I swear to God.
I got something for that ass. We all looked at each other, not sure if Janet was pulling our legs, when suddenly all doubt was erased. Kevin's body began to levitate, and we all started freaking out.
Whoa.
Holy guacamole, Margaret screamed. His body then started floating towards my father's workbench, and all the tools flew off the table into the wall. Kevin was then bent over the table as he screamed, not cool. His pants and underwear were then ripped off, and his head was slammed into the surface of the workbench. He desperately tried to free himself from Teddy's grasp, but it was no use.
Uh-oh.
Teddy then began to rape poor Kevin.
Oh no, Kevin!
We begged and pleaded for Teddy to stop, and told him we were sorry, but sadly he continued to give Kevin the business for roughly 7 minutes.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, damn. I didn't realize that Teddy was gonna, unleash, a teddy bear right all up in his ass, dude. Damn. Whoa.
In the corner of my eye, I noticed the cursor started moving again. And at that time, Kevin was freed and fell to the floor.
Oh no.
Margaret quickly ran to her brother's aid, while Janet continued to write down whatever Teddy was saying. Should I flicker some lights and throw some shit
No
around?
shit.
Or was that enough proof for you baby back bitches?
Baby back bitches.
That's enough, I yelled. We blew out all the candles and threw the board back into the box and hightailed it up the stairs. Kevin made us promise that we would never tell anyone about the events that transpired that evening. He even made all of us pinky swear we'd take it to the grave.
Dude, he got something like that fucking, alien, what is it, photoplasm? Dude, he got, a big old photoplasm nut all up in that ass, dude. He got a big old photoplasm nut. Damn, dude. Damn. Most people see that as a kink. This guy got it as a fucking rape, bro. Damn. Damn, dude. Yeah, you didn't lie when you said this was fucking chaotic. Whoa, I was not expecting this. This was a twist.
And I don't plan on doing so ever again. I feel guilty for what happened to Kevin most days. But he told me he was at peace with everything and not to worry about it.
Oh, wait. Did Kevin come out?
Nightmares about Teddy.
Wait, did Kevin secretly like it? Did he eventually just, like, give in and embrace it and realize that this is actually good? I kind of like this or something. Wait, so was it actually not a rape? Is that the twist of the twist? Well. And whoa, where the, what, yo. I want to hear the rest of this damn story. Really? Okay, hold on. I guess evidently it doesn't want to cooperate. Hold on.
My therapist.
What the? What? Okay, there we go.
But my therapist told me they'll go away with time. I sure hope so.
I sure hope so.
One thing's for sure, though. I hope I never come across Theodore Earl Thompson again.
Again.
And I'm sure Kevin feels the same.
Or does he? There's a little bit of a subtlety, you know, with that one. If he came at peace with that one. You kind of like the photoplasm nut? Is that what was going on? Here. Yeah, let's see what's happening for the with the matter shit. Like, you know, like news and stuff. Yeah, it's not straight here. What type of random bullshit ain't gonna be going down in there? Yeah, dude, man, there's really not much going on at this current show. At least, you know, outside of just like Mally Birthday Crisp. Why must weekends suck? Why must the weekend suck? Oh, why do the weekends suck? Girls don't like being haunted by bad ghosts.
By a ghost named Margaret Everett.
I think I might have seen this. Let's see.
Alright folks, we're here at the haunted Manderley estate, and this area is known to be haunted by a ghost named Margaret Everett, who died here in 1872. And who's in the other photo? Ah, that is Brendan O'Sullivan, and he died here in 2021 during one of our tours by falling down a flight of stairs, and apparently he haunts this place now too. But anyway, Margaret has been seen wandering the hallways late at night crying over her husband who died of tuberculosis. And what does Brendan do? Some of our female guests have reported feeling like a hand going up their skirt, and we also advise our female guests to cover their drinks because apparently he can roofie people. Jesus. Oh, and this wailing sound that you're hearing right now is said to be Margaret. What was that? And that was Brendan, just being a man.
Try smiling more, babe. You'd be way harder.
Wow, that sucks. Yeah, most of our guests prefer being scared by Margaret over harassed by Brendan.
I only want one thing.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head out. I was down to be scared, but now I just feel violated, so yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna quit.
Are you down for something casual?
No, thank you. No. No.
I'm saying no, but I'm hearing yes.
Oh, can't even escape them in the afterlife. God damn it.
Oof, yep, can't escape him in the fucking afterlife, man. That would be the worst hell. If you couldn't even escape the fucking nice guys, you know, like, if you can't even escape them in that realm, then fuck us, dude. Like, we are fucked. That would be horrible. Like, goddamn. That surely would be shit. That would be a shitty, you know, realm to have to deal with. Dude, oh my god, if Bill Cosby were to die, oh my lord. Dude, there would be, dude, he would haunt, like, he would transcend and, like, haunt so many different places. Yeah, the nice guys. Nice guys, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, we're totally nice, but, you know, we're actually just utter pieces of fucking trash and garbage. Or girls, they're out there. Oh, yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're not wrong. That's also true. But a lot rarer. Yep, I mean, to be fair, that is true. It is more rarer. Here, yeah, well, you know, I know one thing we can have fun with. Go look at where is it? Let's make sure. Okay, cool. They're like, man, I don't like anyone telling me I should smile more. Dude, I kind of hate that shit. Because the thing is, like, I'm not really like someone who has like a naturally good smile. I have a good smirk though, like. Yeah, like I'm more of a smirker more so than like a. Because that looks, you know, it's just more unnatural to me. I mean, it's not like it's impossible, but I mean, it's like, I mean, it's just more national. It's more natural for me to just be like, you know, like that, or like, yeah, something like that. Like you know, for me, it's just more about like having kind of like a cock to it. Like, no pun intended, I guess. So if there is a pun to it. But, I mean, you know, so, like, it's like, I'm not like someone who does a full-on smile. It's like capable of it, but not exactly one who does that totally naturally. Well, hold on. You need some food? You need me to re-up you on the food? You hungry, little hoe? Mama. Yes, oh my goodness. You're a goblin boy. Oh, look at you. You're just a sweet little goblin boy. Yes, you is. Nice. Once again, hit me a fast stack of unmarked $100 bills. No. I mean, no shit. I mean, fuck. Even like a couple 20s would be good for me. There's a blanket. Oh my goodness gracious, that little kitty. That goddamn fucking face. Oh my lord. I just want to like pinch those little fluffy, little round cheeks and just squish your little face. Just nose boop that little nose. Just be like, boop. Boop. What a sweet little thing. What a goof. Here. Let's have some fun with some ads. Some advertisements and stuff, because why not? There's not much else going on.
Who's that guy?
Why did this?
Oh shit, speaking of like, you know, people doing roofies and being a nice guy. Oh shit.
Poorly. I don't understand. Isn't that America's Dad?
Yeah, it's one of America's nice guys. The first nice guy. Oh shit. Wait, what's this? Fucking hell. Ooh. Now that is nice. But genuinely nice. That looks fucking delicious.
A little drunk and have yourself a pudding pop.
With like little boot pop and not drink and tell you what. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. This red flag alert. I'm making your little pudding pops. It's the roofies in it there. Here you go.
My own cup of rich creaminess. Use your stirring snack. Now you can have pudding one cup at a time.
You got any vanilla?
Cookie dough chocolate cake. Salmonella, who gives a fuck? Yeah, salmonella, who gives a fuck about that shit? This is gonna be dank. I'm just gonna say though, I will eat the fuck out of that, and I don't care if I get sick or not.
If you can surf, you can.
What was that face that he just made? Oh, what? I'm surprised the guy's never even reacted to that.
You can swim.
Paul's the coolest of you with the biggest builds. Alright, motherfuckers.
Oh my god, was that Cody Blake still? For, like, the guy hate donating? Like, it's just, dude, that guy was fucking great. Dude, that dude kind of made my night.
Well, I asked you to explain. I didn't ask you to say who your favorite was. I asked you to explain why we were lame, Cody.
Wait a minute, Cody's an apologist?
Yeah, he's an apologist.
Welcome to stay, Cody.
Hey.
I have no idea why someone who fucking hates this and thinks we're boring continues to
It's
give
Cody.
money.
The guy who says that they're boring and lame, but he keeps doing it via super chats. It's this guy. He keeps getting banned and making sock accounts just so he can keep saying they're boring and lame, but at this point just keeps doing it by sending money. He was just one of the fucking trolls of the night.
Alright, motherfuckers. Well, I asked you to explain. I didn't ask.
Apologist? In
Yeah.
that case, you are welcome to stay, Cody.
I have no idea why someone who fucking hates us and thinks we're boring continues to give money, but hey, you know, whatever. Yeah, I mean, look,
Who
dude,
am I to
as
show
far as
you
your
that-
listening comprehension, you're a fucking moron, but you want to keep giving that money, so I said to explain why we are lame. I didn't say pick your favorite person on the show. And I have big...
That says Halliburton, and I'm seeing 9/11. Well, the Twin Tower. I like how I immediately thought 9/11 when I saw these. The first thought in my mind, the first word is like, oh yeah, hey, there's the 9/11. Oh man, dude, I think any American that looks at these things immediately will just like, oh yeah, 9/11. I mean, fuck.
I guarantee it. Bigger fucking balls than you, Cody. You want to do it?
You don't believe in you, Cody. Okay, look, the more you pay, greater chance I'll believe you.
Hey, Cody, Las Vegas meetup. Come say it to my fucking face. I can smack the shit out of you and then throw you out in the fucking gutter where you belong, bitch.
Well, his money said NOK, which means it's Norwegian krona. So that's like some fucking like weird Norwegian fop from fucking Oslo or some shit, bro. Like, I doubt he's gonna go anywhere near Vegas.
Obviously, you like to be mistreated, so please do it. Come on, Cody.
I'm just a Norwegian that likes to go a fish sometimes and make fun of you because you're the only entertainment I have in life.
A fucking chance you like.
And now fishing is now more entertaining than you boring motherfuckers.
Get kicked out of you. I'll even fucking give.
I can do that. I'm Norwegian. Fuck you.
Send you. I'll fucking.
I can fuck on Norwegians, for I am Norwegian.
How about that, buddy?
At least in blood, not well nationally, but who cares? Whatever. I can fuck him.
System's gonna leave with a huge fucking bill. You
He lives in Norwegian. About what the fuck does he have to be mopey about? I mean, yeah, that too. I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, honestly, Icelanders have more of a reason to be mopey because that place is less populated and more bleak. Like, and yet that place was popping and had more fucking hustle bustle fucking shit going on. It's like, I mean, yeah, what the, you know, so I can imagine it's probably more so for Norway too, just by proxy, because it's like more centralized into mainland Europe, basically. I mean, at least, you know, with the Kattegat, you know, just separating them with the Danish Strait and shit. Like, so it's, I mean, it really ain't that fucking, like, you know, that much of a land gap difference there in comparison to Iceland, and even then it was fucking popping, you know, with all sorts of, like, you know, people going, wait, you know, all that shit. Because, I mean, yeah, like, because if you don't, like, do other shit and have fun or something, then, yeah, you're gonna be kind of mopey, but even then, you're not even gonna be mopey, you're just gonna be bored. Like, so, yeah, what else are you gonna do when there's not really many people and all that shit? You're gonna get together with the little people that are around. Maybe, you know, drink some beers, play some music, stuff like that. I mean, at least with Iceland, there's a very fat, strong underground music scene there. Like, legit. I was actually pretty surprised about that one. And, like, and, I mean, pretty much, like, I would argue probably like a third of the people in Iceland probably play an instrument or at least are like in some sort of fun little jam band with friends or something. Like, I'm not even kidding. That probably is somewhat accurate. Like, if there was data on it. I don't know if there is, but I imagine it'd probably be kind of close to that. Because, I mean, when I was talking to some guys that were native Icelanders that were playing some you know, gigs, some of the nights that I was at, you know, the bar that, you know, we were like where we're renting our little Airbnb thing from, or whatever the fuck, you know, like a little thing, you know, a little hotel basically. I mean, it wasn't a hotel, but I think it was an Airbnb. I don't know what it was. My mom set that part up, but like it was right next to a bar, and it had like concerts. Well, not really concerts, but it had like gigs like every fucking night, and they all like, you know, said, yeah, like, I mean, there's like pretty much a lot of people either know someone who, like, you know, plays an instrument or is in like a little jam band or something like that, and there's like a lot of various different little like music fests, music like competition things, all sorts of stuff, and I'm just like, well, shit, that's fucking dope. Didn't realize that was such a lively thing, you know. So it's like, I mean, what the fuck. And plus, they just got universal healthcare, genuinely, like, better living conditions, shit like that. It's like, oh, what? It's cold? Boo-woo. It's cold. It might be, you know, I have to deal with snow and stuff sometimes. And sometimes they don't have sun that much. It's like, oh my god, it's like, grow up.
Cut.
Read Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard.
What? Dianetics? Whoa, they actually had TV ads for this?
I remember these ads.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, I remember there was a lot of those commercials for fucking Dianetics back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. There definitely were. There was definitely a big push for it in that.
Thank fuck I wasn't born in an era where that was pushed down my throat. Oh god.
The 90s.
You don't really see that too much anymore. I mean, maybe.
Apparently having this same, we call that, apparently they have this thing we don't, called caring for each other. Republicans think this is conspiracy making kids trans. Oh, yeah. Hey, being empathetic and caring for each other, that is, you know, the commie liberal agenda that makes your kids trans. That's how they groom you.
Watch TV and maybe it's still there. I have no fucking clue, honestly.
Georgia! Oh no! Oh no! Here it is. Is this the? Oh boy! What's this guy gonna be doing that involves the Twin Towers? And he's oh no! Yeah! Oh no! Oh boy! Yep.
You know, every movie that has the fucking
dude, I mean, the thumbnail, like, I immediately was like, oh yeah, there's the 9/11s, like, thinking like that, because in my brain immediately thought that. Like, oof. They say, yeah, Georgia! It's like some song they used for the ad, yeah.
Or Skyline in it, like, you know, there's always gonna be that moment in that movie, like every movie that has.
No. I'm just imagining if you doing the Vader no, dude. No, like, you know, like. No. I'm just imagining you doing that right now.
Irrevocably changed.
Ah, look at the beautiful Twin Towers.
You're never gonna be able to watch those scenes the same again. Because every time you see it now, you just think like, yep, 9/11.
Imagine a world where you could do anything and leave
You can do anything.
ways of doing business behind.
He's jumping over that, like, little beam that's on top of the Twin Towers, and he's gonna be falling from the Twin Towers, bro. Oh, this is, okay. If I remember, I think this is their, like, 90s ads that were problematic compilation goal. And this one is really problematic. I mean, you got a dude who jumps, you know, and somehow, like, all the way to the top of the Twin Towers. Like, I don't even fucking know how that could even be possible. But he does that, and then fucking falls all the way from that height. After all the videos, pictures, and, you know, like the infamous, like, falling man photo and shit, like, I mean... Oh, God! No! AT&T, why'd you do this? Oh, no! No! Oh no! Oh my god, why'd they do this?
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh
Man.
Oh, that was an oof. That was a fucking oof. Oh no! Oh my god, dude! That just.
What you can do.
That's just why? Why? Oh my fucking god! I really shouldn't. I shouldn't be laughing, but oh my fucking god!
Watching him fall by the building too, it's like,
Oh no! Oh. Originally, the first Spider-Man was going to introduce us by having catch a helicopter in a web between the Twin Towers. You know, I feel like they probably could have gotten away with keeping that. I mean... Oh, dude. Think they could get... Nah, they couldn't do it. Dude, America is, like, will be permanently sensitive about that, like, forever. I think it's time, but... I think we should have a Spider-Man where he literally, like, you know, spins some webs to stop, like, fucking those planes from crashing in, bro. I think it's time. We have, like, an alternate universe where Spider-Man saves the day and prevents 9/11, bro. I mean, you can't prevent the Pentagon. Like, you can't just, like, somehow, like, teleport over there, so I guess we'll have to grant that. But we can at least grant the fact that he can prevent the Twin Towers, you know what I'm saying? Spider-Man bombs. Oh, yeah, I mean that. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I did say an alternate universe, and considering now that we're, especially with the Spider-Man world, like, well, worlds, I should say, there's like a fuckload of, you know, multiverses. So maybe there's a multiverse where there's an evil Spider-Man where he does actually allow it to happen, but instead of, like, you know, like, he goes up to those guys and be like, hey, don't waste your time. I got you, G. Oh my god, dude, now we're really going into some dark fucking shit, bro. Oh my god. Oh man, we're being fucked up. I knew talking about Spider-Man draw him out. Dude, it did. I knew that would lure you out. Especially when I started talking about him, like saving the world or saving America from 9/11. It'll just be known as the DC attack on the Pentagon. Like, that would basically be it. That would basically was what 9/11 would basically much be. And then that one plane, Flight 93, that fucking hit in Pennsylvania or some shit. Which I honestly argue got shot down. But, yeah, whatever. Spider-Man Enter Electro, I think. I remember the PS1 Spider-Man, that game got censored because the last boss battle took place on the Twin Towers. Dude, that just kind of validates that America are a bunch of sensitive bitches about this. Granted, it was PS1, so that was pretty much like shortly after it happened, so I could kind of grant it a little bit. But man, like, just because the buildings ain't there don't mean you can't still use that in media, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, it was a fucked day, obviously. Like, you know, with all jokes aside, it was fucking horrible and awful, but like, I mean... At a certain point, like, you have to kind of move on and understand it, you know, it happens, you know, and just recognize that and just, like, accept it, I guess, you know, I don't know, like, you know, what the fuck you want? You can't go back and reverse time, as much as I wish I could, but, you know, it's just one of those things where you can't. There was even a Family Guy joke about this, where, like, Brian stopped 9/11 and it actually somehow ended up being worse, funny enough, but... I mean, you know, still, I mean, it's just like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, you know, like, if we could, we would. But, you know, to be fair, who knows? Maybe it might be worse or better. I'd argue probably better. When we care about something happening, if people really care, they would make sure the first responders got help. Yeah, it was it basically took people like fucking Jon Stewart to, like, you know, light a fire in people's asses and, you know, use his actual fucking, you know, empathy to get people, you know, to act a little bit. Mostly politicians. I really honestly do like Jon Stewart, man. Like, there's been too many times where he's just gone and, like, with legit, like, heart and fire in his soul, like, you know, calling shit out for what it is. Like, I mean, like, I wish that, like, I don't know, like, he should at least run for some form of an office. I think, president would be way too ambitious, and honestly kind of be just seen as more as, like, an activist, like, candidate at that point, but, I don't know, maybe as, like, a governor? Senator, maybe, or something like that? I don't fucking know, like, that might be more doable. Protect Jon Stewart, he's the most important Jew. hey, we can't, undermine Schmurny Schmanders, bro. Schmurny Schmanders, dude. He's also a pretty important Jew. There's a lot of important Jews that exist, bro. I mean, you can't just, like, codify under one person. I mean, Jon Stewart ain't the only, like, come on. Don't put up a scare Jew. Well, there isn't one in the first place, to be fucking frank. I mean, honestly, most of them are good and chill and, are fine anyway. Like, I mean, it's only a select few, mostly the ones who run the Israeli government. It's just like, those are, like, those are the ones that are the shitty ones. But they run the Israeli government, and they're a very select few of them. They don't make up the, majority of them. Majority of them are just regular people. They just happen to be Jewish. Oh no. And yeah, some of them are conservative, some of them are liberal, some of them are lefty-leaning. I mean, yeah, because shocker, they're people. And like people, there's going to be all sorts of various different thoughts, minds, and opinions and shit. They got a warhead gum recently. It sounds good, right? Well, yes, for about a literal minute, then it tastes like chewing on newspaper. Hands down, worst gum I've ever had. Oh, that sounds pretty gross. Well, if I ever see that, I'm gonna make sure to avoid that. But to be fair, I haven't really been, getting any gum lately, so I don't really think I have to worry about that all in all.
Okay, buddy. Maybe next life.
Fuck me, man. Yeah, that one really did not age well. I guess the
Hey, TJ, don't tempt me.
others didn't really either. The Dianetics one, whatever. I mean,
Dianetics, still a scam.
I mean, that was fucking bullshit then too. It's not like it aged poorly. It was fucking sucked then.
I forgot that religion makes you dumb. Well, no shit. I mean, like, obviously, I'm not going to, like, forget that. But, like, honestly, if we're going to extrapolate what is the norm, most people are religious. So, I mean, that includes Jewish people. Because, I mean, like, Jewish people aren't necessarily, just a religious group. They're an ethnic group, too. And not everyone who's Jewish is also religious either, by the way. Like, a lot of them are also pretty secular, and some are even outright atheistic. So, I mean, I mean, just because, like, they happen to be Jewish doesn't mean they're just, they believe in the religion, just saying. In fact, some people might be ethnically Jewish and not believe in religion, but a different one. Might be ethnically Jewish, but might be Catholic, or might be Christian, or something else. Which I still think is equally dumb, because they're still believing in religion, but whatever. As long as they aren't, like, a fucking extremist far-right psychopath about it, then I don't really care. Like, I mean, I'm willing to at least grant that baseline, but I'm still going to argue, for, the deconstruction of religion culturally. Because I think, that is, more beneficial for human progress than not, and that's just my opinion. You can't really change my mind about that, so.
Bill Cosby was never good.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I won't inherently, like, fucking look down on people or fucking be like, fuck you, just because they happen to be, like, in a religion. Just depends on how they go about, with, their religious views. Like, if they're trying to shove it down my throat and constantly every way till Sunday and force that on society and everything, then, no, fuck that shit. But if they're like, yeah, happen to be Christian and stuff, or happen to be this or that, and just leave it at that, then, okay, I don't care. Like, it's just like, oh, they happen to be that, whatever. I mean, to me, at that point, it's not really something of a concern. If it happens to be brought up as a conversation, I ain't gonna be, shy about my personal views, but I ain't gonna, like, be like, well, that's because fuck you now. Like, I mean, I'll still certainly have a, casual conversation about with somebody, as long as they're respectful and chill with me. As long as they are that with me, I will be like that with them. I want to be a far-right psychopath. I want to be like an far-right psychopath. Okay, I guess the YouTube emojis don't work for Streamlabs because they just show up as red-faced droopy eyes. Wait, what's this ad?
I joined Halliburton. I knew
Halliburton! Oh no! Oh no!
I work on some big things.
Big things like, oh no!
Put out a few fires.
Oh my god! We're gonna, I went to Halliburton so we could work on big things like stealing oil and, fucking, like, being a part of the military war profiteering stuff. Oh no.
Once ran into a small challenge of getting some supplies to our troops. We built bridges, schools all over the world.
Bridges and school. Oh my god, dude, wow, this is actually bad. I might have seen this ad before. This might be like some early 2000s shit, to be honest.
Biggest thing? Serving our troops good old American food.
Wow.
You know what's the best thing? Serving American troops with good old American food. Oh my god. Dude, well, I think this might... Is this like a Gulf War or post 9/11 like Iraq War ad? I feel like either would work. But, I mean, I guess considering the footage, I'm assuming like it had been like the, like Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. Like, so I'm guessing Gulf War. But, like, I mean, dude, the whole, like, America, blah, 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 like, that jingoistic shit is, oh my god, it's so fucking strong. It really is just insane. And just think, like, post 9/11, this shit was, like, on overdrive. Like, the NOS was injected, that shit was turned up to 11, like, fucking the steroids were injected, like, I mean, the fucking buffs were installed. The cheat codes were, put in place. Like, dude, everything was set in motion with that. Like, and this is, like, before that. Like, because I think these are meant to be specifically the 90s. And this just, like, this feels like some shit I've seen in the early 2000s growing up, at the peak of the Iraq War and shit. And Afghanistan, too, to be fair. But, like, I mean, I guess in a way not well, I mean, maybe not necessarily as jingoistic, but sure fucking goddamn near close.
Yeah. Halliburton.
Because especially back in the day, like, America was fucking... Especially, like, after the Soviet Union's collapse, like, this whole, like, yeah, we're America, yeah! Like, dude, that was on, like... It was already kind of on overdrive, and 9/11 just, like, fucking codified that and solidified that tenfold and shit. For a long time until people really quickly, kind of start realizing, oh, this is bullshit.
Awesome, dude.
To that, to the 129 homeless veterans, which are actually an 11% decrease return in 2020 as soon as Trump left office. Weird. Wait, really? So, funny enough, Biden is actually helping veterans and the average, service member more so than Trump did. Well, I guess, when it comes to his whole, like, God bless America and God bless our troops, I guess when he says that shit, I guess it kind of means it. Though, at least sadly enough, I know one vet who was made homeless, not really because of any particular circumstances due to a president, but, just due to being evicted and, other fucking issues that were going on and stuff like that. Like, kind of all sorts of fucking shit that happened, basically. That, like, all hit him at once. That was actually who was over here the other night. And, or the last couple nights, I should say. But, like, he's finally now starting to get back on his feet again. But, it's, at least when it comes to, like, like, the whole situation, I mean, it's like, he, at least, I guess, if anything, he was only temporarily homeless, and now he's starting to slowly but surely get back on his feet. Which I guess in a way just kind of shows that, I mean, I guess he didn't really necessarily need to, move in here after all, which, I mean, it's, the offer's still on the table, I guess, if, if, like, he's still not necessarily, stable, as in a spot. Because last time he was talking with me, he was telling me that he was meant to get in a place the other day, but, something with, like, the property manager, like, they didn't show up or something, so ended up getting delayed. So they're, from at least last time I heard, they're still kind of working it out. But at least it seems like they're kind of getting shit together a little bit, which is good. So everything going on unrelated. Causation doesn't equal correlation. I mean, it's good, but the number of homeless, so it should be 0, so should be the number of vacant homes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I'll be okay with, you know, maybe a few, like, not a lot, but like a short number, like a small number of vacant homes, as long as there's 0% of homeless people. Just so it's like, hey, you know, as like population increases, or if people move into the country, there's already things available. You know, there's like homes readily available, basically. Like, and they won't have to worry about potentially just like waiting, you know, like for a little bit for like a neighborhood block to open up or something. There's already like, you know, 1 or 2 houses that are ready to be moved in, you know. So it's like, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a significant amount, like just like for every mile, like maybe 1 or 2 houses, you know, can still be open for a possibility of maybe somebody moving in, you know, and shit like that from like either out of state or out of the country, whatever the fuck. I mean, it shouldn't be a high number. It should, like I said, it should be a low number, like, you know, maybe sprinkled here and there. You know, like for, you know, someone who's like an up and coming, you know, like family, or like, you know, people that, like I said, are moving, you know, for citizenship or work visa, whatever the fuck, you know, whatever the circumstance happen to be. Because then, you know, in a way, it kind of adds like less competition to find a home, you know, whether renting or purchasing it. And if also can like, in a way, kind of deflate, you know, the market too. Because then if there's like, you know, in a sense of overabundance, it makes it more cheaper. So it's like, you know, it kind of helps deflate the, you know, massive inflation bubble too when it comes to the housing market as well. Because if there's so many homes that, you know, they're, you know, like with everyone housed still, and there's at least, you know, still a pretty good handful depending on where you're at, then, you know, it's going to be more cheaper. Because like there's such a demand, but there's enough quantity, you know, that, you know, it would be easier to make access to it, especially if you're like, you know, moving in from like out of state or somewhere else. If, you know, like there might not necessarily be something accessible there, or maybe if something might be like just out of your price range, but like going just a little bit somewhere else out of town or some shit like that, like next town over, like I said, next state, it would be a little cheaper. So, I mean, you know, it at least kind of adds more of a sense of, like, options in a way. Without, you know, things, you know, being kind of tied to this over sense of inflation and shit like that, especially when it comes to housing. Not that it really should be tied to it in the first place, but if we're going to kind of grant that a little bit, then, you know, but add, like, at least enough public housing or other aspects to at least kind of, like, you know, alleviated, you know, with hypothetical of like everybody being homed and shit, then, you know, it would cheapen, you know, the overall purchase or investment or whatever the fuck you want to call it when it comes to getting a home. Even though, like I said, it shouldn't be tied to it in the first place. But, you know, either way.
We ripped off American soldiers. We just love to do it. $25 for a can of Coke. Charging them to live in decrepit, shitty housing. Halliburton cares.
What are you talking about, dude? This commercial has made it pretty clear to me. Halliburton's a great fucking company. They care about troops. They care about kids. They care about everything. Yeah,
what they care most about, TJ?
You know what American troops really care about is the gut truck. Like, that's what they nickname it. Like, it's this company that's contracted with the military, and like, they're basically like a gigantic food truck. Like, you know, like, think of like, you know, how Portland has like their food carts or food trucks, if you've seen those. Think it like that, but like twice as big, basically. And, you know, they have like this whole contract thing where you don't have to, you know, the soldier doesn't have to buy it, obviously, because it's like, I forgot the specifics, but it's contracted to where it's basically kind of like their, you know, free meal service type of shit. And plus, they also have things like MRA and stuff like that. But if they're out, like, in the field or stationed at a base and doing, like, some sort of, like, you know, training operation or some shit, and, you know, they're kind of in the middle of setting stuff up, and, you know, they got the time for it, then they'll call, you know, a couple of these, you know, gut trucks in. You know, that's their nickname for it. I forgot the exact name of the company. But, like, and they'll just, like, drive these fat fucking, like, you know, off-road trucks and shit, set up shop and have, like, a fat fucking kitchen and, like, make some actually pretty decent quality grub. Like, that's what soldiers give a fuck about. Like, they don't give a fuck about, like, Halliburton's poor quality shit, you know, that's, like, overcharged and all this other garbage. Like, I mean, they care more about that type of stuff. Like, I've heard way too many stories about, like, you know, from different troops that have been like, you know, like, oh yeah, like the usual stuff that they kind of like give us kind of crap, but those gut trucks though. I mean, there's a few nicknames, but I know gut truck is one of the more bigger nicknames for them now.
Love.
Which is kind of honestly an indictment of how we treat our troops. Like, I mean, you know, like, cause like I think, you know, it's absolutely meritable to criticize the military left and fucking right, but like, I mean, there should at least be a genuine like standard when it comes to, like, you know, make sure it's still a decent quality of life for people that do decide to be a soldier and shit, because they do not have a quality of life whatsoever. Like, I mean, unless you have, like, you know, a good command structure at a base or some shit like that that gives enough of a fuck, I mean, you're just genuinely kind of on your own for the most part, you know, and just kind of have to go with the flow and figure shit out. Like, unless, like I said, unless you have, like, some pretty exceptional officers, commanders that give enough of a fuck. But, like, most cases, it's just chaotic and just bullshit, you know, for the most part. And a lot of, like, you know, like, rushing to do a bunch of shit just to move to a spot and just sit there and fucking wait and do nothing. You know, and plus just, like, you know, unsavory fucking conditions at these bases, and just also overcharging for things like cokes and shit. Like, I mean, these are things that, like, are genuinely very fucking common, and it's like, it shouldn't have to be the fucking case. It's like, you know, because, yeah, like, I mean, especially when it comes to, like, how the current structure of the military is fucked, but, like, that doesn't mean we, you know, our soldiers need to be treated like shit, you know what I mean? Like, they at least, you know, deserve, you know, just like anyone who's putting their labor on the line, you know, whether it's fucking, like, doing some basic-ass work like I do, or being a soldier or some shit. You know, or fucking, you know, lumber worker or miner or whatever the fuck. They deserve a basic standard of, you know, like, could, you know, at least not necessarily, like, just comfortability, but also just, like, you know, safety. And, you know, in a sense of, like, you know, protection when it comes to that workplace. And that includes, like, you know, FOB, or, like, you know, one of these, you know, forts, you know, that happen to be, you know, here at home and shit. Especially for places like in Fort Pendleton, like we were kind of reading about earlier. Like, I don't know if any of you guys are in here on it, but, like, there's a story that was kind of on top news where a soldier was caught with a 14-year-old in his barracks and shit at Fort Pendleton, which, by the way, if you read up about Fort Pendleton, is fucking more common than you think. Maybe not necessarily with 14-year-olds being caught in a barracks, but similar shit like that, very common. And it's just, like, an indictment of, like, the conditions of, you know, like, what troops go through and shit. Because it's not necessarily just being on the front lines doing shit they shouldn't be doing in the first place. It's, you know, when they're at home, when they're technically supposed to be doing stuff they're supposed to do. And it's like, and even then, it's not good.
Company. We're not a bunch of war profiteers. We actually care about people.
Yeah, Halliburton. Proud to serve our troops.
Proud to serve our troops by making them cannon fodder and then making them nothing more than cogs in our war profiteering. That's right, brother. God bless our troops.
And, oh no, not another one.
Oh, is this another 9/11? Oh no.
This huge customer.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh my god! No, no, no! No! No!
Amen. Oh no, not another one.
No, look.
Huge customer.
No! 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 Oh my fucking god! What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my, no! 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 Oh man, I'm an edgelord, but oh my god, this was an advertisement? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no!
And they don't.
Oh man, I was like, is it happening again?
Oh my god! Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Like, honestly, like, my brain immediately when it saw that shit just started seeing the second plane, dude. Honestly, that, like, because that's the most recorded one. Like, I think there's literally only one recording of the first hit, but, like, the second one, like, there's, like, 8,000 angles of it. Like, I swear, like, every angle of it just flashed before my eyes watching that. Like, oh my god, why? Dude, who was on fucking meth when they decided to make that ad? I know it was before that happened, but, like, wasn't there, like, back in the 90s, like, a Cessna that hit a fucking one of the Twin Towers or something? Like, I mean, like, that happened not even, like, like, there was an incident prior to 9/11, like, you know, like this. That, like, so why, like... oh my god, whatever. Dude, like, some motherfuckers in corporate were on some meth. Like, they lost all the coke because, you know, that ran out, so they resorted to meth.
It's happening again? What?
Oh my god.
Don't even know when they've received a shipment. Whose problem is this? Yours. That's why you ship UPS, because only UPS captures
UPS? Dude, what?
signatures electronically. Then you can use UPS online tracking software to see your customer's actual signature. So when they say, "We never got it," you can say, not only did you get it,
I'm just still blown away by, like, that first 10 seconds of this shit.
you don't dot your I's.
Yeah,
UPS
bitch.
online. Are you connected yet?
Well, I think your plane almost connected.
Denying your body's changed over the years. Yes. Sir, this committee must know, did you ingest...
I mean, didn't all of the Jared Fogle Subway ads age poorly?
Wait, was that Fogle? Oh, yeah, he did say that. Oh, yeah. Dude, that guy was a fucking weirdo fucking creep anyway prior to him, like, being caught as a pedo. Like, the dude was generally, like... I mean, look up the Trimont Barber. Like, that guy was basically that. I mean, Fogle was basically that guy, but less psycho and less meth-addled.
Oh, no, not Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Jared apparently was horrible, too. I mean, I'm obviously not... I know the pedophilia thing, but, like, even the story, like, the famous story of, like, I used to walk the subway, like, I think he was, like, he actually walked down a couple flights of stairs and, like, sexually harassed the people that worked there.
Yeah.
Like, Jared was just horrible overall. Like, I do not know how this guy sold this image. Because, like, an investigation into his life, I mean, it was just like, he's revealed he was a total piece of shit.
You're lame.
Oh, look, it's Cody Blake again. Oh my god, YouTube is so stupid that he had to censor lame. Like, because he reacted to boring stuff and act pretentious. I don't know, none of this is boring. I don't hate y'all. Just boring. Well, if they're so fucking boring, then why do you keep donating money?
Like the boring stuff and act pretentious. I don't hate y'all. It's just boring. All right. Thanks, Cody.
Thank you, Cody.
Well,
you know
we
what?
love you too.
Well,
Thank
I bet they feel so owned and wrecked.
That helped create this...
Cody, let me just live my life to it. Just please you. That's my next goal in life. But you know, I'm gonna need actually like, well, was it 50? I'm gonna need another 50 to consider that fully.
Zeke.
Yes.
Go on.
Usually a 6-inch turkey breast sub for lunch and a foot-long veggie delight for dinner.
You get those over the counter?
Yes, at a Subway restaurant.
How in the fuck did they get away with making this look like an official fucking, like, court proceeding?
What the fuck is this?
We're gonna need more evidence.
Wouldn't this technically be a crime if he did this in real life? Like, a court proceeding is like, oh, well, how did you do this? It's like, oh, well, here we go. Like, let me just bribe you with these sandwiches and show you. Like...
Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you just bribed us with some free sandwiches. Yeah, you know, fuck off. Yeah, we were actually kind of hungry anyway. We're going to go on lunch after this, but you just got to pay for our lunch. Thank you.
Come on, Jared. You're free to go, Jared.
Yeah, fuck you. You bribed us with sandwiches.
Go on, Jared. You're free.
Free to go to jail.
Dude, I'm just imagining him trying to, like, bribe people with sandwiches as a way to cop out of fucking crimes now. What's this?
They came cross country by way
Got some fucking Amish or something?
and settled in Manna, Iowa.
Got the Amish.
I hope that this is one that's not contingent on me understanding what the fuck this narrator's saying. Because I don't. Did you pick that up?
I'm assuming the narrator's Amish, and we're looking at Amish. Is this an Amish documentary or something? What am I looking at? Yeah, I'm confused too.
Whatever they needed, they made by hand.
Okay, this is loud as well.
The same fundamental is still practiced today in Amana, Iowa, the home of Amana Appliances, a Raytheon company.
A Raytheon company? Wait a minute. They were just showing like a fucking weird like Christian fundamentalist like Amish types or something, I think. And they're like, and we keep those fundamentals here at Raytheon with our electronics and stuff. It's like, wait, what? Wait, huh? Wait, so, wait, are they like saying that they're like a Christian extremist based company in this or something? Like, am I missing something?
Make it the best it can be. Raytheon, where quality starts with fundamentals.
I don't know about your fundamentals there, bro.
What was...
I just kind of felt like I just kind of watched like an introduction to some weird ass like Amish documentary that like it eventually leads into like some sort of like, you know, technology doc or something. That was just weird. That was honestly more confusing than problematic.
Making consumer products, and aren't they now just a defense contractor?
Yeah, I guess, but...
I think they're more than that. Like, a lot of these fucking, you know, we could look at their Wikipedia, they'll say there. Because these, like, fucking companies, like, I mean, they're more than just that. Like, I mean, Raytheon, like Lockheed Martin, and stuff like that, like Grumman. Like, they, you know, they do more than just, like, military shit. So, I'm pretty sure that Raytheon also does other stuff. You know, let's see. No, not their fucking homepage. Fuck your homepage. I just... RTX Corporation. Okay, so, wait, they're not even necessarily Raytheon anymore? What the fuck? They're now RTX Corporation. Yeah, so they're predominantly multinational aerospace and defense conglomerates, so they pretty much kind of solidified into two things, which broadly goes into aircraft engines, avionics, aerostructures, cybersecurity solutions, which, oh god, that definitely doesn't sound dystopian. Guided missiles, there's the military shit, air defense systems, satellites, so, yeah, they send stuff in space, which fucking yay, great. And drones. Company also is a large military contractor, which gets a significant portion of its revenue. Dude, the revenue of this fucking company is mostly from the government. Oh my fucking god, dude. Why does it have a loading logo? Like, why is the logo like, you know, one of those little loading circles? Like, that is so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Well, yeah, I mean, so I guess they're kind of mostly in aerospace tech and space tech and military shit, and they basically suck the tea to the gov and, you know, make money off the government because they are, you know, they're very powerful and shitty, so yeah.
Is that it? Is that why it aged poorly?
I don't know.
Okay. I guess, but, I mean, honestly, it's, I mean, it's like, I still, like, I mean, if you watch, like, God forbid if you do, like, if you watch CNN or, like, MSNBC on TV and shit, which I've caught running at, like, my brother's house, or, like, even Fox at, like, you know, my, you know, family's house in Texas before and shit, and, yeah, there's Raytheon ads there, so, I mean, is it just problematic because it, like, incorporates, like, weird Christian extremist weirdos?
That one is not as clear to me.
I know what this is just from the Y, dude. Do you know?
Oh, is it,
I didn't see the Y.
Well, no, in the background it's saying, why? I remember who used that, dude.
Yeah, I know. Is it NORAD or something?
You don't remember who used that?
No.
Enron, dude.
Enron.
Welcome, analysts. The result has been a disappointing performance. Welcome, analysts. This was a challenging fiscal year for the company. Due to unpredictable weather, earnings are down.
Is he about to like off himself? Did he just put cyanide in his water? What the fuck am I watching?
Suicide capsules, you fucking failure. Earnings are down. Well,
earnings are down. Our company's down. We're fucked. I have gathered you all today so you can watch me publicly. Just like, what the fuck is going on here?
You'd be down too. In the ground. Take a fucking dirt nap, loser.
Not to mention a company that was bankrupt and was basically just, I mean, I don't think they were actually genuinely turned to profit. It was just totally a fucking smoke and mirrors operation.
Dude, it was like a corrupt fucking boondoggle.
Oh, by the way, if we reach the end of this without meeting our next
goal, sacrifice onto capitalism.
I think, indeed. I think is 600. I don't know if we've met.
Fuck your goal.
Yeah, 671. Yeah.
All right, so we made our 671.
Fuck your
goal. Don't worry about it then.
Fuck your goal.
You can do about
Give you another reminder after this.
Enron's creating a new market to protect revenue against unfavorable weather. Like what? Trying to like do tax fraud and money laundering or something? Wow. Ask why?
Why? Enron! Fucking Enron!
Enron, baby!
Not gonna give more. That's all you get, losers. Alright, really?
Alright, well then ban him.
Yeah, now you're banned. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you for your commentary. Does this displease Economos? Economos is very pleased right now.
Well, Economos evidently was very pleased about Enron and gobbled that up and was like, yes, give me more sacrifices.
Why? Well, I hope you think about my offer, because I will be...
Honestly, like, I mean, that why shit is a little like a brainworm. Why. It's like, oh god. It's like, that shit is kind of a brainworm, dude. That's why it sounds so familiar, because I remember seeing some, Enron ads before, just for the hell of it, just kind of, when I was, like, looking up about it before. And, yeah, it is a brainworm. That's why when I initially heard it, I was like, I've heard it a long time, but goddamn, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, the next goal actually is
But you ain't got no balls, so you ain't gonna do that, bitch.
Is from,
Scotty's so fucking aggressive, dude. I fucking love Scotty's aggression sometimes. He's just so blunt and don't give a fuck.
We have is the dumb things that derail politicians. Actually, that was Coleman that gave me that idea.
It's like, yeah, you don't got the balls to fucking fight me, bitch. By the way, thanks for the money.
Credit where credit's due there.
I think a Tic Tac is clearly better than a Certs.
A Tic Tac?
No,
So Tic Tacs?
1.5 calories. Tic Tac freshens your breath just as well as that does. Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Never seen harder.
Wait, whoa, hey, how you doing? What's going on here? Wait, did she just make a sex innuendo? It's like, it freshens your mouth up just as much as down there. Like, did she just, like, imply that Tic Tacs can, like, freshen her cock up?
I'm almost convinced.
No, right.
Only if you pay me a bunch of Norwegian money.
The incredible 1.5 calorie breath mint.
How did they specify 1.5 calorie out of a goddamn Tic Tac?
Yeah. Random women like when you kiss them.
They just like it when you just sexually assault them by just unprovokingly kissing them out of nowhere. They just love that stuff. Yeah, I can see why that one might have been an issue.
Good point, commercial.
Mom, don't you like us? Oh, was it CTE?
I mean, didn't she comment about his dick first? Yeah, but, I mean, like, flirtatious comments don't necessarily equal, like, hey, you could just, like, kiss me out of nowhere. I mean, she did stop him from doing it another time, so it obviously was kind of implied he got to push the limit, so, could have, made a move that was less aggressive.
Let's go. Hold on, where are you? I'm in New York. Who am I? Here it comes.
I guess she wasn't totally against it, I suppose, but still, I mean, it's just like, it's the implication of it all.
Sit down. You don't understand that. I do.
Not going anywhere for a while?
What?
Grab a Snickers.
Hello, good citizen. My name's Batman. You could be my...
Oh my fucking god. Was this like the start of like, well, not the necessary start, but was this like the proto meme to the amendment meme? Because this has always been a thing. Like, wait, why is this problematic?
Would you like that? Would you like to ride with Batman?
Whatever.
What?
Whatever. I ain't offended. Fuck that.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
It's not funny.
Hey, come to our Vegas meetup and throw a punch and find out, faggot.
Oh, whoa, damn, Scotty. Wait, who? Oh, this guy, been reckless, Scotty. Shut your soft ass up, ain't beating shit, lol. Oh, damn, that's what ticked him off.
Find out, faggot.
Scotty's gonna be. Did you get Scotty mad?
Dude, that guy got Scotty mad, dude.
No, he's saying that shit. That motherfucker wouldn't come within 10 fucking miles of me. Fucking pussy.
Two people are throwing fucking pot shots at each other. Oh my god.
It's the fierce snake, the most venomous snake in the world. One bite from.
So when?
Oh, Steve, my boy.
This age because he died?
Because he died.
Because he
died
handling being around dangerous animals or whatever the fuck.
I mean, he died because the fucking cameraman spooked the fucking manta ray because the cameraman's an idiot. Like, that's pretty much, like, what happened.
Yeah, but, like, that's what he did. That was his whole fucking shtick.
Him, and it's all over. No worries, mate. Luckily, we've had the anti-venom sent from America by FedEx in my line of work. If you're not absolutely sure, you're absolutely dead. Oh, right. It appears we used a different courier who hasn't arrived yet. It's okay because...
Okay. So he dies in the...
Yeah, I guess he croaks in the commercial.
That's why. But in real life, he just died because a stupid-ass stingray stung him.
Yeah, he wasn't even
Well, yeah, because the stupid-ass stingray got spooked by a stupid-ass cameraman being a dumbass, you know, like, getting too close. That's why.
I mean, that wasn't really poison.
Gotta get that zoom-in shot, bro.
Yeah, fucking...
Trust me, I know what I'm doing, man.
Yeah, he didn't even get killed by a cool animal, really.
And I mean, like, come on.
Hey, stingrays are cool.
You know, he liked to go after dangerous animals. Steve Irwin kind of lived on the edge when it came to that shit.
If anything, they should be playing this commercial to this day.
I agree.
Hi, I'm Rick Titus, the host of Driver's Talk Radio. Looks like you're having a lot of trouble with your caravan.
Oh, see, waste of time.
Let me show you this Ford Freestar.
Sure.
I think on a daily basis, you're going to find this a lot easier to live with. Go check this out.
Huh?
Just one hand.
Okay, I'm depressed. I just bought that caravan.
I understand. You're someone who helped me when I was really depressed. Therapist? No, actually, a Ford dealer. Come on up.
What? I'm depressed. Wait, so what? This almost got like proto, like semi-conscious about mental. I was like, oh, should I see a therapist? I'm depressed, which isn't necessarily a bad idea. And it's just like, nah, I went to a Ford dealer. That's what cured my depression. Going to a car dealership. What the fuck?
The all-new Ford Freestar. If you haven't looked at Ford lately.
Was that like a super dangerous vehicle or something?
I'm guessing so. Oh, God, Trump. I guess so.
Was what? I don't know. I mean, maybe that was like, it was unsafe or something, or to kill the kids or some shit.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? I don't even know.
I don't even know. I guess maybe the, like, oh, you're depressed? Go to a car dealership? Was it that?
I mean, well, this, obviously, we know the reason why here.
How you doing? I quickly...
Oh, someone said that what that kid died in? Okay, maybe some kid died or something in one of those.
Okay.
Deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. Big and tasty for just $1.
I've seen this
How do you
one.
do it? What's your secret?
Yeah, there he is. I put my grimace shake in it.
McDonald's, you're right.
It's like, what's your secret? It's like, I put my grimace juice in that.
Yeah. Dude, what is wrong with this one, man? They should be running this shit 24/7.
Yeah, endorsed our fucking sandwich. Bring that sandwich back because it failed.
True.
And now it's endorsed by a former fucking president.
Dude, McDonald's would fucking, you know, like, honestly, it wouldn't really see, like, you know, profit loss, you know, really. Because a bunch of fucking Trump harpies would fucking get all up in that shit. The very few woke libs that are, like, you know, eating that slop, you know, are gonna fucking stop eating it, finally. And the, like, cost-benefit analysis wouldn't really be much different. It would honestly be pretty negligible. They might get like, you know, a % in either profit or a decline in profit either way.
No? Why not? A lot of America loves this fucking moron still, and the fucking part of America that hates him isn't gonna stop eating McDonald's just because he's in it. Why did Steve Irwin's sunscreen get recalled? It won't protect against harmful rays. Oh, shit.
Damn, that was like, wow, okay. I'll give it past that.
Hey, guys, Janeway was a narrator for the Ford commercial. Okay?
Really?
Wish I could Streamlabs comments.
Got a buck? You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy bacon.
Man, back in the day when a burger cost a buck. Too bad it was shit, but...
Lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Oh, man. That used to be a thing.
Premise, we could own this town.
Man, Trump getting a little too lovey-dovey with Grimace there, especially considering the Grimace shake, the Grimace juice, dude.
We can own the world, Grimace.
Did you have a commercial that involves people raising a guy with free McDonald's or some shit? Yeah, you get the picture of like, you know, like Trump with like this wall of McDonald's. And then it's like, if you all want a free McDonald's, then you have to come right here to the White House. And then you just have a wall of fucking, like, Walmart weirdos just, like, raiding the White House for fucking McDonald's. Dude, hell yeah.
Why is your head in the ground?
Hey, Zukov, why you got your head in the ground, boy? Shut up.
You're gonna watch Roundup kill these roots. Hey,
Oh, yeah, Roundup.
Oh, Roundup.
I mean,
oh,
they still
boy.
sell Roundup. They just had to dramatically change the formula because this one was like killing a bunch of people and stuff. And
making them dumb and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, not to mention the fact
like, Roundup's just, like, fucking scummy as fuck, dude. Like, I try, like, I mean, honestly, like, there's legit, like, unironically, like, you know, natural alternatives that work better. Like, you know, chrysanthemum plant oil extract, like, that is, you know, like, pretty poisonous to insects and shit. But it's, well, a natural, like, you know, plant oil, so it doesn't do any harm to anything else. Like, so if you want to make sure that, you know, you got bugs, you know, staying off your plants, then you can just put that on there and it ain't gonna harm anything else. So it's like, you know, while Roundup, you got like a bunch of random fucking weird chemical bullshit that who knows what that fuck that's gonna do. Like, yeah, not a good time. Like, I mean, hell, I mean, you could find like better alternatives just like even online. Like, I mean, hell, from my understanding, like, you know, citrus and like soap water, like, you know, mixing that stuff together, like, actually, you know, works better. It's, you know, because it's not as dangerous as well. So, I mean, there's just like, you know, safer, you know, things, not just for, you know, your own health, but even for the environment too.
Also,
Roundup's the exact opposite of that.
Like, basically copyrighted seeds and plants, and like you couldn't even actually be a farmer in certain parts of the country because of, like, unless you bought and paid for their like weed products, like their weed killers and stuff like that, which of course, like you just said, also poison people. So, not great.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty great.
I mean, if you're Monsanto.
Roundup can be used where kids and pets will play and breaks down internet.
Oh, no.
Well, why do you think you're in the ground? Because, like, you're almost about to be 6 feet under, bro. Was this like some meta commentary being like, yeah, we slowly are going to put you 6 feet underground. We're going to start with your head, though. Because you have to have lost your mind to think this is a good idea. So that's going to be the first to go. I mean, is there like some meta commentary with this ad where it's like low-key rubbing it in? Like, yeah, we're poisonous, we're slowly killing you. Putting you in the ground.
You guys lied about that one.
Yeah, so that might not actually be 100% true there. But, you know. Hey, I guess it's something.
Hey, you can even drink Roundup if you want. And of course, his head's in the fucking ground.
Yeah, you can mix it as an elixir.
Make yourself a little Roundup cocktail. Perfectly safe. Digest great.
Yeah, you can mix it in with the milk and add it to the cereal for a well-balanced breakfast for your children.
No problems here.
Not coming back, Bob.
The weed?
You betcha, Bob. Come on down.
Oh, no, fuck that weed. It's not coming back. No, I'm not cool with this anymore.
Bring it back. Give me some weed.
Whoa.
Can I? Sure, Bob.
Wait, he shoved his head in there too? Oh God.
This is my body, and I can do whatever I want to it.
What?
Oh. Damn, dude.
Ooh. I see what's going on here. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. What's his face? It's, like... The dude who took a bunch of fucking steroids and shit and stuff, it's like, I can do what I want, I can do whatever I want to basically just maximize my potential and shit, bro. And it's like, when you come with, like, you know, artificially, like, enhancing yourself to try to, like, be better at this shit. Which also is kind of funny that, like, these type of people will, like, artificially, like, enhance themselves, you know, to an extent or whatever the fuck. But as soon as someone wants to, like, affirm their identity, like, and take potentially similar, you know, like hormones or chemical stuff like that, and be like, what? That's bad. How dare you? You just try to groom the kids. It's like, as soon as you know, like, use it for anything outside of this, suddenly it's bad. But, like, you know, this shit was so normalized, it was basically just kind of like, you know, fucking brazenly, like, flexed on in ads.
As much as I want, I'll be pumping that shit in my veins. Yeah, kind of tarnished his career when he won the Tour de France, like, what, like 5 or 6 times?
Yeah, a bunch
it
of
was
times.
Like,
something like
I remember
that.
one of the years they couldn't even name a winner because everyone was doping, so it was like, no one won this year, sorry.
Dude, his real cheat was, like, he only had one nut, so it reduced drag on his crotch.
That's true.
If that had been it, I think...
Well, if they just had, like, you know, some of that, like, you know, tuck underwear and shit like they do now, then he probably would have had a better enhancement. See? That's what happens when you just let all the libs try to run sports.
It's a championship.
Yeah, but I would have protested.
Study it. Tweak it.
Tweak it?
What?
Tweak it? I'm sure you probably were there, bud.
Nobody wants to know what I'm on. What am I on?
Steroids?
I'm on my bike, busting my ass 6 hours.
Right. You're on more than your bike, buddy.
What am I on? So basically, the commercial on top of everything is just an outright lie. That's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Just my hard work ethic, guys.
Get out those championship rings. Defense, we're gonna score a zillion points or more. Because we're together now. And you know what we're hungry for? I'm hungry for a McDonald's triple cheeseburger. Extra value. Just
yes,
oh my
yes,
god.
yes.
Oh my god, and all for 39 cents? Bruh, dude. Dude, today that would literally be what's the inflation rate of 39 cents from like the 90s? Like, what year would have this been? 93 or some shit? I mean, like, fuck.
Pensions.
Fuck Morgan Spurlock, that piece of shit.
The Paul Say's tweak? No, it was the fucking athlete who literally did kind of tweak with steroids and shit. So, yeah.
Go fuck Americans yourself. Look, they banned that shit. Americans are fatter than ever, man. The fucking supersized.
Yeah, apparently that wasn't the problem. So bring it back,
TJ, because you can't.
I kind of agree a little bit, because honestly, like a large, you know, fry don't do much. Supersized though, fuck yes. Like, I'm actually okay if, you know, the idea of that being brought back, because honestly, like, it really didn't do that much to, like, improve one way or another when it came to that issue.
Like, hey, I mean, our little brother Stevie, what would he do, TJ? Did he just say when they got rid of supersized? Was it like? No,
Well, I guess that's a signal for me to not eat as much over here, you know?
No, you just.
Yeah, I guess I just have to cut back. No, you just buy 2 larges. That's what you do.
That's all you do, Morgan. You just buy more.
Nonsense, Scotty. Nonsense.
You know what? I found some fucking trick. It's like, oh yeah, we'll take super size out, you know, so then they have to buy 2 larges in order to compensate, and thus, you know, spend more money. Oh my god, I bet that's what the fuck it was. Oh, I bet it was. It was like some shrinkflation shit, bro. Oh my god, I bet that's what it was. I guarantee it had fuck all to do with the whole hell. That was the red herring they used, dude. I mean, granted, I mean, there is some truth to it, but they, like, hyper-emphasized on that just so they can, like, do some shrinkflation shit. Like, Dude, all right, I'm kind of, sold on that idea, honestly. I feel like, just kind of came epiphany on that one. Because, yeah, like, I mean, because think about it, like, instead of a super fry, it's like a super size fry, where, back in the day, that probably would have been like, what, like fucking $3. But like a large size probably would have been like $2 or like maybe like $2.40 or something like that, or like, or $2.49 or whatever the fuck. So it's like, instead of just like having like a super size fry, now you have to buy 2 larges, which is more than what the regular super size fry, price would have been. So it's like when it comes to anything that's supersized, like, I mean, you're technically going to have to spend more to compensate for that size, so, I mean, like, it kind of just seems like a fucking trick at that point. Now that, if you look at it that way, which frankly, knowing, these unfettered capitalist pig dog fucking robber baron sons of bitches, like, I mean, I feel like that seems, to be more of an Occam's razor type of truth in my opinion, so I don't know. Conspiratorial? Probably. But, I don't know. At least I think there's possible evidence for it.
39 cents more for more drink and more fries. And the
yes!
2-cup when you supersize pig value meal for a puny price. After lunch, that will...
I think this Team USA got their asses handed to them was why this one aged poorly. I don't think they did very well.
Dude, my mom has way too good a taste. Never fucking touch your ugly ass. Thanks for the money, though.
Wait, what did that say?
Very well.
I'm a... EPH your mom. It's Cody Blake again. Oh my god. He keeps fucking sending. Oh my god.
Dude, my mom has way too good a taste. Never fucking touch your ugly ass. Thanks for the money, though.
Is Cody Blake back again?
Yes.
He said last time we weren't going to get any more of his money.
Dude, you're pathetic, dude. But you know what? You want to keep giving money, be pathetic all you want.
Dude, he's got to be a troll. No one is that fucking selfish.
Dude, I am actually kind of convinced that guy has to be a troll, dude.
I don't fucking care, man.
Watch him at the next, like, Onion Nuggets. He's going to be there, dude. He's going to fucking be there, bro.
If someone wants to give you money to be a troll, you know what I say in this country, TJ? God bless them.
God bless
them. More power to you. We love you.
I mean, the paying trolls are my favorite type of trolls.
I mean, they honestly are, because they're, like, in a way, they're the most funny, especially when they're the most dedicated like this.
What? You can think that all you want. Thanks for the money.
Fucking love it, dude.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Oh my god, that was some weird 90s CGI shit right there. That, like, felt like, one of those, like, bowling ball alley videos where it's like a strike or something. Boom, strike. But it's McDonald's.
Oh yeah, good old commercials.
My god, ugh. Dude, commercials are fucking weird, man. Like, the only commercials I think are actually kind of like fun a little bit are like the ones from like the 50s and 60s, because they were just straight to the fucking point. I mean, granted, there's a lot more problematic ones, when it comes to commercials and shit, but like, at least they're straight to the point. It's like, hey, here's our product, it's good, buy it, bitch. Like, I mean, it was pretty straight to the point and stuff. But these days, it's just like, I mean, even at the 90s, like, I feel like, once it hit, like, around the 80s mark and onward, that's when they started to get confusing and weird. And the 90s were certainly no exception with that. Early 2000s got a little weirder. 2010s, they just got worse, and I don't even fucking want to know what they look like now. I don't watch any TV, so I don't know what they look like now, but God, I don't even want to know. Like, I hear it in the background, like, because my, dad will watch some TV and shit, but, like, I don't bother to fucking, sit there long enough to try to observe and, like, absorb what the fuck, those ads are, because I just don't want to know. I don't want to know what they are like now. Oh, dude, imagine, like, compilation of ads from, like, 2015 to 2020. Oh, my fucking god. Dude. Why can't they? Dude, there needs to be, like... Why can't... Okay, well, when it comes to, like, media especially and everything, like, there needs to be the fairness doctrine back, but it also needs to be expanded when it comes to things like advertisements and other media and stuff like that, because, like, oh my fucking god. Like, advertisements need to just, like, stop being so fucking chaotically weird and stupid, and just be like, here's product. You will like this product. Here's what it does. Buy it. Like, I mean, why can't it just be simple? Like, you don't have to, like, you know, dazzle me with bullshit and, you know, try to sell me a thing. In fact, it makes me less likely to, because I feel like you're like, wait, trying to, like, woo me over some fancy shit that doesn't even mention the product, really, up until the last second out of nowhere for no reason, has nothing to do with the ad. Oh, gee, yeah, let me just buy that right off the bat. Is there, like, a compilation of ads, actually? From, like, the 2010s? Compilation. Okay, I gotta specify the year. There's one for the year 2022 specifically. Yeah, I don't even want to watch it because it's so confusing. Like, the fuck is going on here? There's actually 2 advertisements in one. There's Mountain Dew and Doritos. The fuck is going on? Like, see what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, look at his pants. Holy shit, they're so Cheeto, Dorito dust. What the fuck? Like, this actually makes it an aversion for me to want to buy any of that. That ain't appealing. Like, what is... I get to be a weird old dude, like, with Apple's fucking VR set strapped to my head, duct taped to a fucking couch, just eating Doritos, Cheeto dusted everywhere, drinking a Dew. Like, oh my god. Fuck me, no. That's not appealing. That's disturbing. That's dystopian. Dude, they've just gotten dystopian. Like, that's, they've just gotten slowly but surely worse. Now, it's just, I don't even, just a frame of whatever ad that was enough to just fucking, like, do me over, dude. Like, yeah, I don't even know if I want to tap into that shit. Oh, hell no. It's just, what the fuck? That's just illegal. It just needs to. That's just too ridiculous. Ads need to be brought back to their original, well, not really glory, but at least, like, you know, just to the original premise of what the fuck is supposed to mean. Product. Here's why it's good. Selling it to you. Please purchase it. Like, that's what an ad in a nutshell should be, but no, like, that's been long gone. That died to the acid crack-induced fucking mania of the 80s. Because I'm pretty convinced that's essentially kind of like where a lot of that died. It started with the LSD-induced trips of the 60s, but it really cultivated with the fucking acid, coke-induced fucking mania of the 80s. And then they ran out of all that, so they resorted to meth. I guess crack, too, but probably mostly meth. What are you sniffing over there? He's sniffing something. There's something about that little, like, corner over there that's curious. Is there, like, a bug that you're trying to get at? Could be a spider, probably. It's on the floor, is probably what it is. Highly doubt the rat somehow, like, navigated his way over there. Actually, I'm pretty sure I heard it, you know, sometime, like, in the past, like, hour or so over here, so. I hate how that trap has, like, nothing to... Actually, I've noticed there is, like, 1 or 2 nuts that are removed, but there are ones on the edge of the trap, so I think this fucking rat literally snuck a nut or 2 from the edge of the trap. Like, sticking his little fucking little arms in there and just like, this is my nut now. I mean, it obviously carried the nuts away somewhere else, because, I mean, the leftovers aren't anywhere around, so... This fucking rat is a piece of shit, dude. I mean, still a pile of them there, but I noticed that it seems like at least the outer edges of it aren't as, like, piled as they once were. I mean, eventually that just, I mean, I guess that means that the rat does know that they are there. And eventually, you know, because it won't be able to reach into the nuts that are in the center of the trap, eventually it's going to have to get in there. So... it's just a fucking wait game, dude. It's the patience of just, like, gotta wait. That shit is so annoying. And I think the rats outside have moved on, because I haven't, you know, really heard or seen much of a pipe or a peep out of them in the last week. Like, when I caught that one, I think it made so much noise, at least when I first ran outside, you know, to see, you know, when I saw the cat out there, I think it made so much noise that fucking scared the rest of them, like, out of here. It's, you know, because it was probably screaming, like, go, I'm trapped, this is bad, no, like, or something, I don't know what, you know, like, screaming out, like, you know, red alert, bad area, don't be here anymore, or something, I don't fucking know, like, you know, screeching out and, you know, like a rat, like, you know, like how they do. But, because ever since then, I have not seen one outside. And I know it ain't the one, you know, the only one. There was at least, like, 2 or 3 outside. You know, so I think the other 2 or other couple of them that were out there, I think they decided to dip. I think they fucked off. So, I guess, good? Because I left a fat pile of nuts in the other trap outside, and that hasn't even been touched once. Like, so I'm assuming that they must have moved on, but I'm just going to leave it out there just in case that, you know, they, you know, happen to come back, or at least maybe one of them, you know, decides to make a venture back. But I hope it's the big one that I've seen before. If that big bastard comes back, then, yeah, that would be really cool, because... like, it has, like, a scar on its face, and I kind of want to get, like, a closer look at that one, because, well, obviously it's, like, the bigger bad bitch of the fucking neighborhood, but also, you know, it has, like, that little scar and stuff, so it's, like, obviously it's, like, grizzled veteran of the rats around here in the neighborhood, so at least one I want to kind of check out and be like, what's up, buddy? Finally me, face to face. Weren't so clever now for an old dog, weren't you? I mean, that's how I'm feeling about this little bastard over here or some shit. Like, this little fucker. I mean, a little real clever little son of a bitch. As soon as he finally is in there, though, I'm gonna really be happy. Enjoy myself with that one. If anything, I'll just show him off and be like, hey, look at our little culprit. This is a little bastard that I've been trying to catch for, like, over a month. When did that little fucker get in this garage anyway? Was that, like, back in, like, fucking June or something? It had to be, like, it was either at, like, the very end of June or early July or something. So it had to at least be over a month. Oh my fucking god, this little son of a bitch. You made yourself too much of a fucking home in here, you fuck. Little prick. Get out forever. But anyway. Doesn't really too much on tube and stuff like that. I think at least, I'm gonna go for this little bit of the evening. But, of course, be back around for the next one, all that stuff in the morning. And we can see what has, or I guess lack thereof, has happened, since then. So, anyway, peace out. And of course, I'll be back around for the next one. So, toodaloo, buckaroos.